I got to say, there's not a lot of meat left on the bone, I suppose, but, we probably should wrap up the life of Keith Markovich before we move on. I mean, I just killed him. I mean, he's absolutely dead and buried.
Well, some people didn't hear you.
Hold on. What was that? You're a shit eater, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
Thank you. Good boy. I mean, it's just, yeah, I know it's on our YouTube channel. There's not much left to say about that, and I might have said it even on the Sirius show yesterday. It gave me tremendous satisfaction to play that song for him and have him wait and listen to it before we did the interview. Because he's a wretched, horrendous, awful human being. And I will say this.
Exaggeration, Kirk.
Thank you, Keith. Take it easy, Steve. You got a lot of drops. Relax. There is 0.0% chance I would re-sign with this company if he's still here when my contract is up.
Really?
That is a non-starter.
Wow.
And they probably won't care. That's fine. We'll get to the rundown, these three idiots, in a minute or two. But no chance I would stay at the company that allows this guy to have that position of power. No, and for many reasons. As a feminist and just as a employee, we know what it means. I wouldn't let it happen. And I'm embarrassed that management allows him to have that position still. I think it's dreadful. And I think yesterday, and no reaction from upper management to me yesterday, other than Dave defending him. Dog collar Dave defending these guys on the rundown.
You make a lot of references I don't understand.
What do you mean? DC Dave on the rundown, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable this guy still has a job. And any other job, and I understand Barstool's different. It's just different, I suppose. But boy, incredible. But what can you do? So that's the only thing I would say is if he's removed from editor-in-chief in a couple of years, my contract's up, maybe I'll resign. And like I said, they don't care. We're a nice part of the company. We're making the company money. I'm not sure how many podcasts are or aren't. And maybe they don't mind losing the most loyal audience in America today, which this audience is, the greatest audience in America and the most loyal podcast audience. Not the biggest, but the most loyal. I've seen metrics that prove that many, 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 many times over. So I'll drag them with me somewhere else. And that's okay. And, and I'll always get along. I love Dave and Erica and everybody there, but it's a shame they let this idiot run wild. So they do the rundown last night. And Kevin's just having fun. Like, he doesn't fucking really believe this.
Yeah.
How I look at it, I think of it this way. I thought about this when I was running this morning. So there's sort of, they look at it as sort of the original four or whatever, right? These four guys. I think it's simpler if you think of it this way. If you're not a Barstool historian like I am, I would say Dave is Don Corleone. A little hot-headed, but still, runs the show. Kevin is Sonny, hot-tempered,
okay,
stupid, but a well-meaning and like a good person underneath it all. I think like defends his family like he did with his sister, stuff like that.
I can see that.
Dan is Tom Hagen, kind of
really?
Business-like. Everybody kind of likes him and respects him. He doesn't really get into big issues. There's no real. He understands business first. He's a nice guy.
He kind of stays out of. Works from behind the scenes. Everyone likes him.
And then there's the sweet, simple Fredo, who is Keith Markovich. In a different time, 60 years ago, he's almost like, there was Johnny Boy Soprano, Junior Soprano, and then there was Eckley Soprano. Keith is Eckley. 60 years ago, Mr. and Mrs. Markovich, and God, I think we all wish Mr. Markovich had pulled out and spooged all over Kmarko's mom's face. So that person was not born, dripped down her fucking tongue in her stomach and died in there as opposed to what she gave birth to. 60 years ago, Mr. and Mrs. Markovich, one of them must be pure evil. I don't know which one is. Would have driven around. I think they're probably nice people. 60 years ago, if he had been born, he would have driven around and found the perfect place for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
For him to live. And Saturdays, they would have picked him up and walked him around the mall.
Right. The special boy.
Well, no, I'm just saying, and they would have loved him as we all do, but it's just, he just wasn't made for this society. This is not. So I think Dave's a very nice guy. And like Marlon Brand, like Don Corleone was with Fredo. He understood there was a place for him,
Right.
And in Dave's mind, this is his Vegas. He's out there, doing his gambling or whatever, Was it Vegas? Was that where they went to Vegas? Mo Green?
Yes.
Was that Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah, Vegas. Out in Vegas. And he needs a Mo Green type, I think, so he can just kind of run and do his girls and do his gambling and do his dancing around. And he's a very, very, very simple human being.
You don't talk to a man like Zonko like that.
That's right. There you go. There you go. So, I mean, it's just, he's not built for society in 2020. And it's a sad,
yeah.
And but I like this, though. 100 years ago, like the Kennedys did, they would have taken his brain out. You know?
Giving him a lobotomy.
Yeah, he would have got lobotomy. Now, it sounds like they started on it. In the middle of it, the doctor's like, fuck it. Because that's kind of what it sounds like when I was talking to you yesterday. Half a lobotomy. You know what I mean?
He enjoyed the song.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rose Kennedy sitting there tapping her foot to the song.
Yeah. Well, that's not, I mean, again, it's a terrible thing. But I think the middle of it, I think the doctor was so disgusted with Kmarko. Please tweet this out, Steve, this quote. The doctor was so disgusted with Kmarko that in the middle of lobotomy, he just said, fuck it, and walked away. And this is what you're left with. You know, 6 mistakes in 11 years, whatever that means. So when you hear the rundown, and many fans were getting mad at the rundown yesterday, you have to keep in mind that this is the Corleone family defending Fredo. This is they are defending their guy. Like they understand. They've told me this privately. Like sometimes they use the word that we can't use anymore these are simple men as well, but they love this guy.
Yeah.
Kmarko is their Fredo.
When you were tweeting last night, I was hearing the Riggs drop of what? Every time you would quote someone, they're like, this isn't true. I didn't say this.
How about Dave? Huh? Jesus.
What?
Sensitive Dave.
I didn't see that one.
I
wasn't commenting on that.
Dave's like, 100, yeah, there's 100% not true, but whatever. Okay. You bet. I mean, but Kevin's clearly in on the joke. I don't think there's any big mystery there.
Cancel culture, I would think
But he loves... Well, his original text, or we were talking about if he had any balls, what he wanted to do was Kirky cancel culture, not cancel culture with C's, all K's. I said, shame on you that you didn't do that. That's what I said. I said, you're a pussy. I would have done that. But, you know what Kmarko likes? You know why Kmarko's upset, though, when he's in a bad mood?
Why is that?
He loves playing police Legos.
Oh, yeah, they took away his toys.
Yeah, and he loves his Matchbox cars. He really goes vroom, 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 and then they take off super fast. It's so, he always runs after him. You can't quite catch him.
You know what would be really nice, like kind of an olive branch, if you invite him over to play Beyblades with Harry.
That's a little advanced, but I'll tell you what he likes. WWE. Ooh, does he like WWE? You know what he likes too? The circus. Those people, they go up there and they flip around and around and around. They always catch it. They don't know how they do that. Look, that elephant. Look, Dave. Look, Daddy Dave. That elephant's with a big poopy. That's what he says when they go to the circus
now,
together.
That seems like unusual language for an adult man.
Well, he's not an adult man. You have to remember that. Yeah, he's a simple man.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Simple Keith. Yes. Hashtag Simple Keith, please, Steve. Hashtag Simple Keith. That's what we're dealing with here. Now, I know photographs of him would suggest otherwise, but, Simple Keith it is from now on.
He's very smart.
Very smart. Very smart guy. I mean, he doesn't write or anything. He doesn't know how to write or read, but who cares
about that? He doesn't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And you know what?
I remember that with kids I was in grade school with, too. It was just hard work.
Screw homework.
Well, first of all, I mean, I've never cared about writing.
Attaboy. I think that's what I said in the interview.
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. He's a sweet, simple, and kudos to Liz Gonzalez, because that is a lot of work to have a helper all day like that. I mean, I know that's really nice. That is really sweet. And now I understand why she's there. It's a tax break for the company, right?
Right. I don't know.
I would think
maybe that's why I'm.
A home healthcare provider.
Yes, I think that's really nice. Oh, Keith. No, Keith. No, you do. No, not in the urinal, Keith. You go pee in the urinal. Oh, yeah. What was that, Keith? Keith, what was that?
Racism bad? Yes, that's very good.
Keith, you're excited about wrestling tonight.
Okay.
Now,
Keith, 6 mistakes, 11 years? What's that cut? What's the one? What is that? What was that? Huh? What? What are you saying?
Okay.
I like that
one. I didn't hear that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, well, Keith, I didn't hear that answer. So The idea that Liz Gonzalez was hired to be sort of a helper for you as a sort of a state healthcare worker. What are you saying?
I didn't hear that, but it makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense. You're right about that, Keith.
I've never heard that rumor, honestly, until right now.
What's that? A healthcare worker?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Not funny, like haha, funny, like.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no.
No, what do you mean?
I'm
sorry. I should. That's on me. It's.
He's very nervous now.
I feel like Amy Ryan in The Office when Dwight told her about Kevin. I have to be. I have to be careful around Simple Keith now.
This is a button.
Yes. Keith, this is a button.
Okay.
You're welcome.
In retrospect, now yesterday's interview was just cruel,
and we should
taking a developmentally disabled.
Well, you're
child.
saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
What would you say? They compare people like he's 18, but because of his disability, he has the thinking abilities of a X-year-old.
I will play a couple of cuts and let me think about how old I think he is. Go ahead, intellectually.
It was just, mentally lazy and stupid mistake.
Let me hear another one.
So I don't know the situation.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be fair. I'll be fair. 4 years old.
You think
that was a good song.
Thank you, Keith.
You can get anything on this top row.
Keith loves. Oh my God, does he love skee ball? At Chuck E. Cheese, and then all the tickets come out. He runs around with the tickets and he waves them. And Kevin's like, Kevin, slow down, Keith. We could be here all day. We could do this all day long. It's exciting.
He doesn't even know that you can change him in for a toy. He just loves the tickets.
No, he just loves the tickets. And when he finds out you can change in for holy shit, the toys he gets are unbelievable. They're incredible.
I guess that's funny. I like the song. Pretty much says all.
Not funny, like haha, funny, like.
So let's listen to these. I guess we could play the rundown sound now, I suppose.
I don't really have much else. The Kmarko, that thing. I'm starting to fucking hate the Minihane and the Minifin. They're the worst when they're right. They're the fucking worst.
You just said it's a.
Sorry, I'm skipping out on the clippy pit.
I said that on Kirk's show. I said there's nothing worse than when Kirk Minihane is in the right because he's going to do this for like 6 more months.
Wrong. I mean you want to apologize? I don't. About 6 more years. Try this. Give me the show from now on. Deal with it until this guy is gone. And it's cruel to have somebody in this position. It's a lot of stress on him. It's not right.
Right. It was thrust upon him.
Yeah, it's not correct.
He didn't want to do it.
Like,
but he doesn't believe it. So he talked to me off the air yesterday. Did I tell you this or no?
No.
So we talked.
Really?
Yes. I didn't tell you this?
No.
Calls me up. He's like, hey. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, there are a bunch of turtles who live underground and they like pizza. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, there's Leonardo and there's Raphael and Donatello, and they have pizza all the time, and they solve crimes. Then he hung up.
Why would he call him?
He was excited. He didn't know about it. I think he's like, I'm about to watch it right now, but you gotta go. See you later.
Do you think it's like they were on his bed sheets and that's what triggered his memory?
I think he was tipping you off to some good content.
It was more, because he told me this too. He's like, it's good you asked that, Mike. Because he's like, my mom bought me a new sleeper, a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sleeper, and I'm afraid to zip it because it hurts little Keith sometimes, so I got to be very careful. Yeah, and he gets hot. He gets hot in the summer too. So I told with the sleeper, I don't know if you remember that. He gets hot in the summer, so I told him to cut the feet open, cut the. He's like, I'm not allowed to use scissors. I think Liz is gonna come over here and help me with that later. So I said, that's great. That sounds like a really productive afternoon, Keith. I gotta go. See you later.
Why would he call you for this?
Well, I think he was just trying to bridge. To try and repair the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
He realized maybe he didn't come off.
Yeah.
Well, the poor guy, he got off the phone yesterday and was like, that went well.
Yeah. He likes pizza,
just
too.
as I planned.
He likes pizza and he likes turtles. So I think that's a home run show for him, I would think, right?
I hope no one finds a clip of him saying, I like turtles.
Yeah, it's... Well, it's more of a Curtis job. All right. What else do we have?
he got like mugged or something.
And he's a cunt, and he likes his girls to be underage.
I mean, the blog, which was ridiculous, was up for like 45 minutes. Nobody thought it up, down.
Hold on real quick, stupid. It was up 45 minutes because I reached out to you.
Yeah, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
No kidding. What is that? So what? It's enough time. He knows better than anybody. That's enough time. How long was Francis' blog up for?
Longer than 45 minutes, I'm sure.
Was it?
I thought it was less than that.
Really? Whatever. I mean, again, this is not a totally different ballgame, but I'm saying length of time. What does that have to do with
It doesn't matter at all.
It's up for-
You get a screen cap in 5 seconds.
Yeah, but that's just that's
A bunch of people sent it to me, so it was up
me
for
too.
a
Like
length of time.
if it's pretty big, thanks to Dave and Kevin and Dan and Fredo. It was up there for the popularity of the blog. Is a lot of people are going to find it. So of course people are going to see it. That's a stupid. And they get in this thing where they never ever acknowledge how stupid this fucking thing was, except for Dave. The rest of them just fall in line, except for fucking Tom Hagen, who fucking sucks Steve Robinson dry in this fucking podcast. Dude, I mean, what the fuck?
In a way, though, I think it's kind of backhanded because he's like, oh, no, he's really good at pushing buttons.
Well, that's actually probably the thing you're worst at. Wouldn't you agree with that or no?
Probably.
You're not bad at it, but I mean, you're good at other. Wouldn't you say?
Better at other things.
Yeah, probably.
You're great at it, Steve. Jesus, go ahead.
Outside of him hating Kmarko, this whole crusade. By the way, that Simple Mind. You guys probably didn't see it. I all-time trolled him yesterday.
I heard it.
It wasn't that incredible. I mean, it was funny, but it wasn't like it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It wasn't that, Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he was very explicit, like wanting Kmarko to be fired is not cancel culture because he's so anti.
He's Kirky cancel culture.
This is just we'll play it, but Kevin did this. I play it, but I mean, even those two guys weren't biting on this one. They know it doesn't make sense.
How ironic that the Minihane crew is basically yelling for more regulation and more censorship and more control from an editor.
It's funny. That is funny.
It's funny. I mean, it's idiotic, but it's funny.
Seamus Minihane asking.
By the way,
it's just the complete opposite of what's true.
Of course, he knows that.
It's funny because now we get tweets like, "Oh, you guys like cancel culture."
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there's so many people who just believe whatever the fuck he says.
That's the same with us, right?
That's what
It's
makes it
funny.
fun, yeah.
It's funny. I don't mind it. Go ahead.
This was the part about Mike.
I never listened to the Minihane show ever,
Attaboy.
but I did listen to it because of this. And Blind Mike was just talking about Barstool.
Oh, he's not allowed to.
Oh, what's the punishment there?
I don't know. I may fire him.
Which means
Now-
Mike is safe.
If you pay attention, I'm never talking about. I'm talking about things outside of that. I'm more open-minded.
If Portnoy's a big pussy boy, I guess he won't fire him. If he's got any guts, he'll fire him.
Well, that's what Mike was saying earlier.
KMS quotes, get to work.
Certainly did not.
Boy, it's with a shame. Mike owns Dave. Jesus.
I never said that.
God. And listen, I was ready to do the trade.
I know.
I was ready to go.
I know.
It's not right.
Just too valuable. They couldn't get rid of me.
Oh, now, Dave, can I ask just one question? Do you feel like
Hold on.
Nice for Dan to stick up for me, by the way. Ooh. Anyways, let's move on.
This is actually interesting. Ooh, breaking news here.
Let's hear it.
Hello. Hey, Keith, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing the show. Oh, no. It's okay. Yeah, no. You had an apple, and there was a seed in it, and you swallowed it, so you're afraid an apple's going to grow in your belly. That's no. That's not going to happen. It's okay. Call when stuff like this happens again. I understand. Yep. Ooh. Yeah. No. I know you like Tootsie Rolls. I know brown's your favorite color, but you can't eat that. Flush it. We've talked about this before.
If it's brown, flush it down. Rhyming works.
We've talked about this before. Okay? Oh, okay. Yep. I love you too. All right. I'll call later. Bye-bye. Sorry, where were we?
We're playing the rundown clips.
I mean, this is like having a third, it's a lot of work.
I understand. Make sure he doesn't eat the skins, by the way.
There's some, I mean, I may get custody of this guy. That's being discussed now because he's my butler. I may get custody of this guy. That may be part of the deal. He gets fired, but I have to have custody of him.
I was under the impression he was an adult that could take care of himself. No?
Richard,
How do you think?
Want to play some sound of him yesterday?
Let me hear it. All right, never mind.
You sure about
Never
that?
mind. I was misinformed.
Yeah, no.
Like, Kmarko, are you a functioning adult?
Yeah, no.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you think he is with manual labor? You think he could mow a lawn or something, or
Well, I know that
probably can't trust it with power tools.
It seems like KB, who is big swinging dick on when he calls us, and then goes on Twitter.
That's so weird.
And is like, what the fuck? Well,
pretends he didn't call it.
He was happy to tweet us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So which is it?
I know.
Noof, I'll lay off on. I feel like we have to have our day of reckoning with Ellie Schnipp, by God. But I saw Kate barking at some Minifans yesterday. It's just whatever. I mean, there are camps, and they don't want. When you don't do anything that'll ever get you in trouble, you're as safe as can be. That's what I'd say. You're as safe as. Don't worry about it. Just pretend to be nice, and the world will pass on by. So go ahead.
This situation is a little reminiscent of you?
There you go. And that's why you're a shitty editor. That's why you should be out of a fucking job and on the streets.
Like dancing on grades?
They go, well, Dave, they go, it doesn't sound like a grade. So, did you cut it up or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, why am I listening to Dave from 4 years ago on some rundown talking about the Seahawks?
It's just a little teeny cut. All that is Dave talking about how you guys are similar.
I know, but it makes there's some similarities there. Although he said he's smarter than me, which is just
like you and Kirk are very similar. That when you win, you run up the score.
Why would you show me such disrespect? What have I done to you?
Well, hold on. Does he not sound like Marlon Brando right there? Right? Is he doing Marlon Brando right there? Yes, he is. See?
So if he's Marlon Brando, who's Michael in this situation?
He's not really a Michael.
You couldn't give Dan that, huh?
No, he's more of a Tom Hagen type.
Right.
Because Michael turned evil. Dan will never turn evil.
That's true. He's a very likable guy.
There's got to be like, in the perfect world, almost be like a Frankie Borelli, but he just doesn't have it in him. There has to be like that young, idealistic sort of guy who turns evil.
Sure.
There's not that, unless Dan does a complete, essentially, kills Sollozzo and then takes off. But I don't see that happening where Dan goes to Italy for a while and does that whole thing.
Could kind of be the role for you.
No, but I'm older than Dave.
Are you?
Yeah, I would think. Probably.
Right.
I mean, whatever.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
maybe
saying?
slightly,
I'm not coming in young and baby faced.
That's true.
Could have been you. You went in idealistic and young,
I know.
I
have turned heel.
True,
the last years.
But he doesn't love you though. I don't think he dreams of you of being Senator Geary.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Are there any famous blind mobsters?
Although, by the way, in the movie, the senator in The Godfather, I believe his name is Pat Geary.
Yes.
So there you go.
A Geary,
yeah. All comes G.D. Sprawlin in that movie, who was great.
Right.
Corleone. Great actor.
Barstool, where it's like, we're going to dance on your grave for them. And
they're running up the score, and they're in the right.
We'll say Minihane is a far more like crazy / suicidal version of me.
Hurtful. Not wrong.
Time to call the HR department.
Not wrong, but that's true. Yeah, no kidding. It's my boss saying this. What the fuck?
It's all very hurtful to all.
It is.
I just remember that tweet from Dave. He's like, I don't know anything about mental health, but we're going to do everything we can to support Kirk. Including making jokes about
did he ever.
Did he?
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine. No, he was good. He was good.
Minihane, for the most part, is very, very good at seeming very, very upset and enraged, when I think a lot of times with him, he's just on to the next, like we are kind of after. And
he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer.
Hey, what's going on? You look sharp. You look great. Have the whole world on a plate.
I'm sure someone at the Globe.
I like that they're essentially just breaking down what a podcast is. Sometimes he peps it up.
It's like if he didn't have this show, he wouldn't care that much about Kmarko. What the fuck? They're not wrong. I mean, but
I bet he doesn't go home and rant about social issues.
I don't much. It's true. But I care about this stuff, and this is my form to do it. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, did they get to the part where they praise you or no? Because it's weird. I thought they were done. They went back to this game they were watching.
So when I texted Steve, I was like, I didn't hear him shit on you.
And then they go back where Dave says,
I apologize for
it's just like Minihane. These guys can't let go. They can't move on.
Yeah.
By the way, Kevin, first of all, Kevin, enough of the stupid video game. Let's get back to the only thing I care about.
Yeah, Minihane can't move on. So let's go back to that.
You think Minihane has a video game, or do you think he plays it all?
Nice segue.
Yeah, I apologize for
it's just like Minihane. These guys can't let go. They can't move on.
Yeah.
Harp on these issues.
Article. He's such an insufferable fuck. The only one I like of the crew, I like Minihane. I hate Steve Robinson.
Right.
Blind Mike's one of the worst humans that ever walked the face of the earth.
True. This is a various Mike getting hit in the face with things.
Here's what I'll say about Steve, though. He is very good at his job of when you listen, he is good at firing up. And poking the button.
Did you see this?
That's a producer's role. A producer's role is that's what he does.
That's very nice, though. That's very nice.
I will say, he said,
Steve, where are my reads, by the way?
They're sitting in the chair. I'm going to bring in. I'm
going
to go get them in front of you. I got to go bring them in.
What?
We started a little bit early.
I can get them. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
They're right in front.
They're just on the clipboard in the.
I'll get them. All right. Go ahead. Talk.
But anyway, so when he said, is it Steve Robinson's job just to listen to every single show in the black chair right there? Is it Steve Robinson's job just to listen to every single clip that might talk about Kirk Minihane? I was like, well, I guess you maybe aren't familiar with an audience that does that by themselves.
Right.
Like the Minute fans listen to Schnitt Talk. They listen to every single show just to find those bits.
And by the way, so
so
is the host of the show.
Yes, of course.
Like,
it's like a ton of this stuff is like it's a
Mike.
group effort.
Yes,
right?
yeah. This is how it's different than. And I don't mean this. I'm sure Hank's a good producer, but that's not what they do. If that's what they did, I'm sure he would do it.
That would be his job.
Yeah, like it's not. Steve's weird. Like, he plays sound and he finds stuff.
He pushes buttons.
It's weird.
It says more about Hank than it says about me.
But I don't think that's their show, though.
That's not Hank's job.
Yeah, like I think it's just different.
Hank comes up with like segments and shit. Like I assume books guests. I don't know who does.
It's weird.
that,
The guy like drives the proper address and delivers a pizza to somebody and then does it again. But Steve's a great producer, so I'm not saying he's not. But I understand why I don't understand the mic thing. I understand it exists. I don't get the Steve hatred.
I guess
because he looks like an asshole.
He looks like a douchebag.
Well, I also just like nuked his guy yesterday.
True, but he doesn't hate that though. He doesn't.
I don't know. He started to talk about the article. I mean, I think he rationalizes that it's good traffic.
He doesn't hate it. I don't. Maybe Mike disagrees. Dave does not hate that. He doesn't care that we killed Kmarko.
No,
he doesn't care. He thinks it's deserved.
You know what? He might hate if we did, me and Steve.
Maybe.
He might not like that.
Maybe
because we haven't earned that.
I don't know. He started to talk about the blog post from yesterday and then just completely skipped over
the whole thing.
No, of course not.
But you remember
read the whole Zonger thing.
Like, remember what did we say at the beginning about Keith? I mean, this is somebody they protect. They have to. It's not right what we're doing.
They have to. Right.
You have to remember that.
The government requires it.
I'm wondering, did we commit hate crimes yesterday?
I'm in the room, so
it's a good question.
I'm here. I got you guys covered. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. That was pretty much it, right?
Then they just went in to talk about how Gaz was at the center of all of it, creating mischief.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what it all comes back to.
All right. This morning I had my hydrant. You can go to drinkhydrant.com/Kirk. Enter my name, KIRK. All the reads are in this specific one, Steve? Mm-hmm. All right, good. Why did I grab all the other ones? What are those?
That's just an extra clipboard we've had around.
Okay. Great. Hydrant has created a refreshing electrolyte powder that you can mix directly into your water to efficiently and effectively hydrate your body. I can attest to it. I'm running more right now. I feel better. You have sodium, potassium, magnesium, zinc, packs a punch to help your body hydrate fast. Stay caffeinated. They got all the different flavors: grapefruit, lime, blood orange. Or if you want to go the caffeinated route, as Steve does, try orange, raspberry, lemonade, or lemon. Starts just $1 a packet for a 30-day supply, $30 a month, and you will feel better. I guarantee it. Go to drinkhydrant.com/Kirk. Enter my name, KIRK. 25% off your first order. Drinkhydrant.com/Kirk. Enter promo code KIRK. So there you go. Boy, I saw this. Was it Pop Punk? Is that what they're called?
Pop Punk, yeah.
Pop Punk. I saw Ellie did a song with them last night. Not a very integrated band.
You don't think so?
I did not get that sense, no. I saw they were able to record at a studio too. There's a little bit of privilege attached to that. Just saying in these times, but hey, listen, good for them. What's that, Steve?
I was just saying there's some swirling questions about diversity on some.
If we confirm that
the diversity of guests. No, we're still working on it, but early indications suggest that the other Barstool podcasts could use the same diversity of ideas and diversity of ethnicity that this
I'm not going to tell them what to do, but if you wag your finger, then you should expect to get your finger wagged at you. That's what I would say. You know?
I would imagine.
Right.
If you call
I put it this way, speaking of fingers, I always say that to Keith, don't put your finger there. Don't put your finger there. Doesn't, yeah. Huh? What's that, Keith?
Okay.
You're welcome. It doesn't. Oh, no. Don't. Oh, God, he's eating it. Here we go again. And it's bloody. Oh, Jesus.
What is he saying there?
What do you mean?
That clip.
Which clip? Okay, thanks.
But that's not...
See, you have to work with these kind of people for a little while, and you start to understand.
Yeah, I understand language.
You'll pick up on it eventually.
All right, good.
Yeah,
so I don't know the situation.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't know the situation.
Neither do I. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I know the situation with him is this: he fucking hates crust, and I always forget, and it's a bit of a battle. Tuna Tuesday is a war. That's what I'll say. That's the one day of the week where it's like, it's not peanut butter and jelly, as we call it, Spready Freddy. That's not how we're doing it. Tuesday is Tuna Tuesday. You have to start eating your fucking tuna. I'm sorry. Keith, you're going to eat your tuna, right?
No,
you're going to eat it, right?
Okay.
You're welcome to see that. But we finally get to the point where we cut and look, you got to bribe him a little bit. Because he thinks, but then he gets upset. And there's another, here we go again. One second.
Hey, what's up? The show like this?
That's fine. Put him on. I'll talk to him. Yeah, that's good. Hey, buddy. Yeah, no, you can have a couple, but this is sweet. Yeah, they're not real. I promise. Yep, they'll stay. Okay, all right. Okay, good. All right. Yep. And then he turns into Lou Ferrigno. Yep. Okay, love you too, buddy. Bye. So he thinks that when he eats goldfish, that they're actual goldfish. So it's sad. So it's a little bit of a
conflict. I can see.
So his thing is now he thinks he can keep them alive if he doesn't chew the goldfish, bite them. He just swallows them.
Oh no!
Yeah, so he's gotten stuck a few times, but then he thinks he can poop it out and then put it back in the water and it's free.
And I couldn't help.
So
but
this
notice,
is like a thing again. Yeah.
Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but he still uses the Lou Ferrigno hook.
Well, he watches the repeats on TV. He has the VCR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's not quite mastered he's not up to date with the new technology.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
no. He's a VCR guy.
Interesting.
Which I think is great. And he loves it, so it's fun. Yeah.
Well, he's used to what he's seen before. It's comfortable. New things are too much stimuli for him.
When he also let you learn your manners that way. Like he'll say to me, "Be kind," and I'll say, "Rewind," and then we'll hug each other at the end of the night. And then it's Betty bye time.
I did mean to ask, when you do leave the crust on, like when you try and slip one by him, is it a rational response that he gives?
It's okay.
Or is it sort of a meltdown?
I think we have the sound.
Not just Dunker.
Right. Yeah. Right. So the answer is yes. It's perfectly rational. So most people say with that.
1,000%. Yeah.
Thank you, Keith. Do you like your food without crust?
Yeah. No.
Wait, no. It's
Okay.
How about 1,000%, Keith? That's the one.
1,000%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just played it.
Even he gets confused.
Well, it's a confusing thing. So there's not a lot of diversity. It's weird. It's almost like I saw from the song, and somebody tweeted me something about some haircut. It's almost like she's moved on.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Like, solved. Next subject.
Until the next time.
Next subject.
And then she'll say, for years or months or however long, I've been focused on this issue.
Yes.
Even though that's been the time that it's been.
Well, I think there's only so many likes and retweets you can get out of something before it
dies away.
Old. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Or how many books you could read. I mean, at some point, I've read all these books. True. I mean, is everybody reading all these books that Ellie and Rhea and Fran have told us to read? I have.
They might be buying them.
Yeah, I mean, I have. I think we should start a reading
It's nice
club.
to have on the bookshelf, bookshelf behind you when your friends come over.
Oh, the Red Sox had the Major League Baseball draft was on last night. I have to admit, I didn't watch it. I apologize.
No?
I did not. But they had the general manager's name is Chaim Bloom. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they had the picture of him. No, I know you don't like him, Steve.
No, I'm talking about this specific picture.
Sure you are.
And it's like they're showing him in his computer for the draft, and it's a background picture is Martin Luther King, and there's Black Lives Matter picture, and then there's like a Red Sox, and it's like,
well, that's been there for years.
I was gonna say, it was a glistening picture. It was the sticker was on there. I'm like, it's just like that is pandering 101. We'll get to pandering in the Red Sox, I guess now, and it's like you don't even hold on. You don't even. So I'll give you a little backstory for you. And I think a lot of people are new to the podcast, I suspect.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, almost exactly 3 years ago, the Red Sox were playing the Orioles at Fenway.
Correct.
Right? And I wasn't working during this. This is like when my dad died on May 4th. I think this was like a day or two before this happened. Because I remember listening to the radio the next morning at the hospital. I was just sitting, you have nothing to do. So I listened for a few minutes, and Mutt was the first guy to bring this up. So Adam Jones, the outfielder for the Orioles, alleged that somebody yelled the N-word to him after the game. Mm-hmm. I have no idea if it happened or not. No, who knows, right? So he alleges it, and it becomes this huge story, and the Red Sox immediately, ban somebody for life the next day, and then there's disagreement. I remember listening, and Mutt's like, well, do we have any proof that this happened? And I thought that's a pretty interesting thing to say. And I do think that, to me, it hurts the cause when hate crime hoaxes are done. And a lot of people, we'll get to Torii Hunter in a second. A lot of people are saying, well, why would he make this up? Well, I don't know. Why did Smollett make it up? Marcus Smart said something. Somebody said something in college. It didn't happen. I mean,
or maybe he misheard, or who
yeah, right. And there are books written about this. I mean, Hate Crime Hoax is a book that came out a year or two ago. I mean, these things do happen. Now, far more often than not, of course, it's not a hoax that people say these terrible things. And those people suck, and they should be punished as much as you want. I don't care what you do to them. Cut their fucking heads off. I don't care. They're scumbags. They're assholes. Anybody that uses that word's a fucking dick. No question. That being said, as white people do, as Asian people do, there are people who occasionally make stuff up or exaggerate to get more of a reaction, especially when something is going on. I can understand that. These things happen. So to me in 2017, if somebody yelled that word in center field at Fenway Park during a baseball game, it is loud enough. And I've been out there. I've been to Fenway 10 million times. A lot of people would hear it. Maybe
if someone would catch it on video,
or just tweet about it, or would talk about it the next day, or somebody would get kicked out.
Yeah, if it was loud enough for somebody in center field to hear.
You're screaming it.
Yeah.
You are screaming it. You can't just say it. You have to scream it.
Right.
So all I did, and Jerry Callahan, my partner at the time, would say, geez, there's no proof. I'm not sure this happened. I don't think this happened. And it's possible, you're right, Mike, that he just misheard the guy.
Right.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think it happened, but I'm not saying he's 100% lying.
I don't mean, yeah, right. And maybe I have said that he lied, and maybe that's wrong. Maybe he misheard. I don't know. But it turned into, and it really was the beginning, way before Murchison, of my downfall, because I went after the Red Sox hard, because the Red Sox basically said, and they did this again yesterday, was basically say, you fans are racist. We don't condone this. Now, there's no proof. If this went to trial, forget it. I mean, there's zero proof. Now, people use that word, and I'm sure people have used that word at Fenway Park, and the Red Sox have a horrific history with this stuff, so I understand why they're more aggressive than others sometimes about this. I do understand that. But sometimes you also have to say, it takes some guts to say, well, did this individual case actually happen? But the Red Sox didn't do that. And it became a war, and I had a big rant, and I wound up getting suspended because of what I said about Pizzuti and Henry. I think I called them pandering pukes or whatever from vomits from top to bottom, which they are, and they've only proven that more as the years have gone on. So that happened, and it turned into I think, a pretty big story in Boston. I don't know, Mike, you were around for it.
I would say so. It was the biggest story for that week or so.
Yeah, and it kind of lingered. Yeah, so Torii Hunter, who played for years for the Twins and I think the Tigers and the Angels, maybe?
Yes.
Good player, went on with the show that replaced me. So they got rid of us eventually and brought Greg Hill in the morning. And, what are we doing here? KFC. 17 minutes ago. Honestly, my fans were this stupid, I'd stop doing my show. Do the right thing, Kirkman. Lay down on your microphone, retire. You can't possibly like these people. Cancer. Oh, he did the KK. That's funny. Oh, and then somebody tweeted in the charts on iTunes where we are right today way ahead of KFC Radio.
Oh, really?
Oh,
good.
Way ahead. I mean, who would listen to that?
Now KFC's fighting with the Lambly, too.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh, geez, be careful.
We've united.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, we posted a clip on YouTube of KFC pretty much agreeing with everything we said yesterday. So
that's true too. That's true too. But it's sad when somebody else has to go and use somebody else's talent to kind of do their thing. I talked all kinds of shit. So that's funny. So Torii Hunter goes on with Greg Hill. And I mean, so Greg Hill replaces us in the morning, and EI's ratings are just in the toilet now. I mean, they're just getting destroyed. I mean, getting killed like you wouldn't believe. I love to see it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm rooting for them. And I hear this interview, and it's embarrassing. Like, it's just a fucking embarrassment. Whether you believe Torii Hunter or not, the way he's handled, and then to have Sam Kennedy on today, it's even worse. It's everything. It gets me a little sad sometimes because everything I wanted my show to be has just been destroyed, and the station to be. And there are people still part of that show that are just fucking total pussies.
Well, Sam Kennedy was better than them. There was one question today where I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
About the Curtis question?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. Like, it's, you're talking about identifying people?
Hang these people.
Yeah. Why can't we use, vigilante mobs to bring these people to justice?
It's unbelievable. So let's play the Torii Hunter, I guess the Torii Hunter cut.
Yeah. So, there's a couple of them. Do you want to start with the Kansas City incident?
No. Let's just get to the thing. Yeah.
And but when I went to Boston, it was so consistent. After a while, I just kind of shone it off, and I went out and played. I played with aggression, though. I played like I wanted to really play well in Fenway. And it has nothing to do with the Red Sox. It has nothing to do with the players. It has nothing to do with the organization. It has really nothing to do with the fans. But that's the issue when you hear that. And then one reason why, and this is my experience. So when people say, "Oh, that's not true," give me proof or whatever, that's stupid.
Hold on. Do you have him telling the story about the kids, the 5 kids, or no?
Yeah, I think so.
That's all that matters, Steve.
And when I heard just chanting his name, these kids, and I looked at these grown-ups, and they're just clapping and laughing. I'm pointing like, tell them to shut up. That's bad. They could say, you suck, Torii. They could say, you can't hit water if you fell out of a boat. But that N-word I don't like. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and I hated it. And
so what he's saying is, I mean, I guess I got to say it. So he said there were 5 or 6 kids, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
Saying that word. He said the word. And they put it on EEI, actually. So they were chanting that word to him, and there were people around laughing and pointing at it and stuff. And I got to be honest, like, he may have heard that word in his life at Fenway Park. I'm just telling you from my experience being there, and my experience is different than his. Obviously, we grew up differently. He grew up but I have been physically in the stands at Fenway a million times, in the Garden a million times, at Gillette a million times. I have never heard that word once. And to intellectualize the idea of 5 kids chanting that, and then people around laughing and applauding is, to me,
impossible.
Just, again, if it happened, I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, shame on those fucking 5 kids and fucking put them in jail for 50 years. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But it seems to me highly, highly implausible that event occurred. If it did, shame on them. But it strains all reality to me because, just, again, put yourself in the seat of the game and picture 5 kids chanting that loud enough that Torii Hunter, who I think would be in center field, or no?
Yes.
Right? Wherever I don't know.
Correct.
Center field. 5 kids would say that, and he could hear that, and there were people around them cheering. Now, where is security there?
That's what I was going to say. Is I have friends that work Fenway security, and some of them have had to, like, over the years,
some of them reached out to me in the last day or two.
Yeah.
But
like, what my buddy would do is I don't know, this seems odd to me that they even do this, but they'd throw him in an Orioles jersey or something, and he would go sit in the crowd. So that people wouldn't necessarily even know there's a security guard there. So they do shit like that.
Almost like a shopper at a store or something.
Basically, yeah. So if you yell the word fuck, you're gone.
Gone.
You know,
I've seen it happen.
If you say even like ass or asshole, I think you're gone.
I've seen happen. And security comes and it's a big deal. Yeah.
So if 5 people are chanting racial slurs, particularly that one, I find it impossible that they aren't dealt with immediately.
And shame on the Red Sox if they weren't. I mean...
Right. But anywhere you are, if you saw kids saying that, it would shock the conscience. It would be something that, like, you would not be able to forget because it's so horrifying to see little kids doing that.
And again, like, and sometimes I suppose maybe I'm naive to this. If it was 1942, or what? Not 1942. I suppose there were no black players then. But, I'm saying Jackie Robinson's first year, right? Or whatever, 1950. If that's happening, I'm sure that happened then. I mean, I have, of course, no doubt that happened then. 1966, maybe. I don't know. But when Torii Hunter was active and say, like, and it's a big span. Now, they didn't, of course, ask him when or didn't ask him any questions. They didn't follow up. They just believed it.
Well, that's stupid. You shouldn't ask when.
Right. Well, we learned that too. So, I mean, you can't ask. And again, you want a discourse, but you can't ask questions. You have to believe everything, which is dangerous because what if you don't believe it? Then you pretend to believe it and then things fester and then it's not productive. To me, you have the conversation. By the way, I got the sense Torii Hunter would answer the questions. Like, he may not give you the answers you want, but it's just not, that to me is just not possible. It's not that people aren't capable of saying that word. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's just impossible structurally for 5 people to scream at kids and people around them, he said, cheering it is just, I'm sorry, people are going to say this is your white privilege. No, I've been in these parks. And by the way, I've been to Gillette. I've been to the old Boston Garden. I've never heard that word once. I've heard that word in my life, of course, but I've never heard that word once at a sporting event. Once, not one time. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what to say other than if it's true, that's fucking disgusting, but I don't think that's true. I just don't think that. And he may have misheard, I guess, but that seems like a tough thing to mishear. 5 kids chanting that word, it just seems very unlikely.
I guess even if the Adam Jones thing is true and this is true, can you take the limited example of 1 out of 3 million people who are going to Fenway and then generalize about an entire region?
No. Well,
that seems the opposite.
Kids are chanting and then you can say, Jesus Christ, why come to Fenway?
That's fucking awful if that's true. I mean, I have no problem with that. If you're Torii Hunter and that actually happened, I could see saying, why would I want to go
hating Boston
here?
even,
Yeah, I get that. I just don't think it, I just, if you ask, gun to my head, I don't think it happened. And I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure. It just seems to me unbelievably unlikely. Now, of course, once the story comes out, all the blue check marks, everyone's tweeting, see. I'm like, well, What am I seeing? Like, I'm not sure why this is true.
Well, so that's what I think is the real problem that comes into play is that I don't particularly believe Torii Hunter's story. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole.
Maybe I am too.
But you can tell Greg Hill doesn't particularly believe it.
Greg Hill doesn't believe him at all.
And I don't even necessarily blame him for not going as hard because we've created a world now where if Greg Hill really goes after him, he's called a racist.
Correct.
Forever.
And he's seen it. I mean, he's seen it on our show. Like, that's why he's sitting there.
Right.
Like, if that guy didn't yell at Adam Jones, I might be here now, but Jerry would still be at the station. It just led to a whole series of stuff. It's like began running downhill. And it
was the beginning of your thought crime.
So he knows even if I question Torii Hunter here in a way that people don't completely accept, then suddenly Greg Hill's a racist. Or the Greg Hill show is racist.
Yeah, like I would have 20 questions for Torii Hunter. I really would. I'd say, well, when was it? This is a pretty significant moment. What year was it? Did you report it to security? Did you ever follow up on it? Did these guys, something happen to them? I mean, how old were they? Was it 4 or 5 kids?
So there's also the story that he tells at the beginning where he says something like this happened at Kansas City and a bunch of players went behind the dugout and found the guy and the guy was banned for life.
Right. Is there any proof of that online?
There's a version of this story where he says, there was an incident that happened, but there's no report of a person being kicked out.
We're also getting to the thing where the story's starting to build a little bit too. Maybe, where he told Wingo and Golick sort of there was some incidents at Fenway. He had no trade clause, and now he was saying 100 people called him the N-word at Boston, I believe, in that interview.
He said hundreds of times.
Hundreds of times. And now he's saying 5 kids this time. And I feel like now every time he's going somewhere, there's a new story.
A little Cullen-ish.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying there's a new story, and it doesn't make any sense. And by the way, that doesn't mean, and I said this 3 years ago, and if people make news out of this, it's not going to be this part of it, right? I'm not saying that there aren't racists in Boston. Of course there are. People say the N-word at Fenway Park. I'm sure they have.
No, it'll be Kirk Minihane says Torii Hunter's lying.
Right. Correct. Which, that's part of the game. I get it. But, that doesn't change, And by the way, the guy who called Adam Jones that, allegedly, or whatever, these guys have been banned for the park for life. So I'm not sure what else you want to happen.
Well, they should be exposed.
We'll get there.
According to someone.
But I mean, the line of questioning for Adam Jones, this is what happens. And people say, oh, you overreact. This is what happens when the Red Sox get hold, or a corporate, entity gets hold of a radio organization. They just totally silence them. I mean, you heard the Sam Kennedy interview. At the end, Greg tries to tell some joke to Sam, like, oh,
he calls him back.
Did you just
hold on a second?
Did you just listen to the interview? They are your program director. Like, they are. You guys are fucking totally dickless. And you just want to keep your jobs. I get it. But, is there anything else in that Torii Hunter interview that jumps out or no?
No. I mean, there's the thing with...
It's just an embarrassing interview. I mean, listen to Danielle. So Danielle on here. I mean, listen to this. I mean, this is just, again, a child at work here.
Danielle today?
Oh, right.
No, yesterday.
No, Torii Hunter.
With Torii Hunter. Do you have that?
Yeah.
Torii, you mentioned proof earlier, and that's an interesting point. Why do you think people are reluctant to believe when something like this happens? Like, I remember when the Adam Jones incident happened 3 years ago, one of the first things that people on the internet were saying was, well, somebody's got to have video. Right. Somebody had to have seen it. Someone had to have heard something. Like, why do you think people need this proof? Why can't they just take it organically and believe, like, yes, this was said to you and it's disgusting and you went through this? Do you think they're in denial or they don't want to hear it? Any ideas on that?
So hold on.
If Torii Hunter said, a cab driver said it to me, I would believe it. Right. If he said it was screamed at me in front of 35,000 people, I might say, didn't someone else hear it?
I'm not saying necessarily we don't believe him. We're just saying we have some doubt and we're asking questions. Right. And that's her job, to ask questions. Now, I understand it's not really on that show. But to sit there and be like, she's an adult. I mean, she's not stupid, I don't think. That to me is being purposely, like coy. Like, that's just bullshit. She's fucking... pandering. That is pandering right there to an audience for applause.
It's a dumb question for anybody, though. Why do you think people need proof to substantiate their beliefs?
I mean, I don't want to sit here and list hate crime hoaxes because I think most of them are real and most of them are but I mean,
well, there's been an uptick in them since 2016.
Right. Sure. But I'm just saying, I read a book a couple of years ago, Hate Crime Hoax. It was last year. And again, some of it's bullshit, some of it's not. But, they do happen. I mean, it does happen.
I also think, she said you read things online, but I think it's a way of taking a shot at the old show, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, what do you mean, Duke Lacrosse?
Well, right.
Who's the one with Sharpton? Tawana Brawley?
Yep. That's one of the most famous ones, yeah.
Yeah.
The UVA, the Rolling Stone story.
I mean, why do we, it's
because
like,
then it gets absorbed. It says you're comparing Tawana Brawley to what Torii Hunter said. But some people lie or some people get things wrong.
It plays on both sides, too. It's a famous story in Boston. So we think that guy killed Charles Stewart's wife, right? Like, we don't have to ask any questions, right? Because you first said it was a black guy who did it, right? It wasn't. It was him. They really believed it. So according to Danielle at that point, we just believe it, right?
Yeah.
Why
do you need proof? Why do you think people need? Why do you think jurors ask for proof?
Why do we need proof for anything then? Why don't we just, you're guilty. Okay.
And it's a pandering thing because
that's what I said. It's totally pandering. She doesn't believe
Torii,
that.
why can't people just believe you guys, you people?
Also that too. I mean, I'm just, it's just like Duke lacrosse. Exactly. I mean, this doesn't, I'm just going through some of the.
I mean, there are a ton of less than famous examples since the election of, people saying, I was accosted by a guy, a Trump supporter. He had a MAGA hat on. Right. The Jussie Smollett one is the most famous example.
There's
lots of political ones.
A few times I wished I'd been back on the air at EEI. Because the minute I read that story, I said, this is complete and total bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no way it's true. If people wanted to believe it, like I guess Danielle would say, well, she believes it. Here's the other thing. She's like, well, who cares if they're lying? Well, well, I don't know. I mean,
it could have happened.
Yeah,
if there were Trump people there, they would have done that to him.
Right. It's sort of like, and it happens on both sides. And it's like, well, I mean, it kind of matters, doesn't it?
That one's almost comical. You could make a good movie about the Jussie Smollett thing.
I agree.
Like two Nigerian brothers who are paid off to assault him.
But even like Susan Smith, like she said it was a black guy who did it, right? The woman in South Carolina who drove her kids into the fucking river, didn't she blame them at first or something?
I'm not as familiar with that.
Let me look that up. But go ahead. What were you saying? You were going to say something, Mike?
If the Jussie Smollett thing didn't get exposed and they happened to be interviewing Jussie Smollett for any reason, Danielle would ask the same question. Why do you think that some people think you're lying?
Right, in October 94 in South Carolina, Susan Smith drowned her sons by putting them in her car and letting her roll into a lake. She called the police and stated that an armed black man had hijacked her car with her two sons inside. After an extensive manhunt, she confessed she killed her kids. So, I mean, this happens on both sides of it. So
a lot of them are even not as serious as that. Like there's a woman in New York who was late to come home and she was worried that her dad was going to be pissed off that she missed curfew. So she scratched her face and said she was assaulted by some white guys because she's a Muslim. Right. Like sometimes it's a political motive. Sometimes it's to cover up a crime. But I mean, people make false allegations.
Sure. And I mean, to me, it's super damaging, especially right now. Like, let's focus this. Believe me, there's plenty of fucking real ones. I don't think anybody's saying it's not.
Right.
So, I mean, and again, like you said, Mike, they say, oh, you're tying this into. No, but it could be an example of somebody, well, the New York Times writes that hate crimes hoaxes are rare, but can be devastating. They're right in
well, of course.
In 2020. But yeah, I mean,
all the people who came out and said, you have to believe Jussie or you're a racist. If you don't believe this, if you have any doubts about this, you're a racist and a bigot. They don't suffer any consequences for it.
Never.
No.
It was the safest thing you could ever do because no one will ever look back and wonder who said that.
And they happen. So my point is, when people say, well, why don't you? Well, because they happen. They do happen sometimes. And people say, why do they happen? Well, because some people, are sort of an emptiness and they feel like they need to be part of something. It's not different, like we said earlier, to what kind of fuels Cullen. Like you need to get that juice and be part of something that's going on, even if you miss out on it.
So you were racist when you say how is Kevin Cullen possibly at all these events that he claims
why question?
Yeah.
Why
they
question
don't notice
a
pattern that you do it with everyone, that you question kind of everything, which is what you should do in journalism or broadcasting. Mm-hmm. But
in 2004, a visiting professor at Claremont College slashed the tires of her car and painted ethnic slurs and a swastika on it. In 2011, a Virginia law student published a letter in the law school newspaper where she falsely claimed to be mistreated by two white police officers. I mean, these things happen all the time. I mean, this is not unusual. Now, by the way, real crimes happen, of course, far more often, but a great example is the Rolling Stone story. The minute I read that Rolling Stone story, I was like, this is not true. It was single sourced. There were no names to it. It was fucking wild that this thing was in the paper. Put it this way. They put fucking Zarniev on the cover. That was the second craziest thing they had done. And, this fucking story was crazier. So they do the whole fucking, so you have stuff like that. It's just an ass kissing fest and everyone embarrasses themselves. Hill, Danielle, fucking Curtis. It's just
Curtis had a good question.
I'm talking about Torii Hunter.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
so Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. That was the final. If there was any Kirk and Callahan, anything left,
scrubbed away.
Which is what they want. They've accomplished it. Now
that was the death rattle of Kirk and Callahan.
Yeah. Now they've lost. The station's lost. I'm not talking about the Cume because no one's listening. The station's lost probably 70% of their audience from a peak when we were there. They've gone. They've got even this interview, no one's talking other than us. I mean, people picked up the Torii Hunter thing, but nobody cared about the EI.
Right.
EI was trending. I saw yesterday briefly, and it was because I commented on their shitty ratings, and everybody was tweeting about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're getting Felger in the afternoon. His ratings are higher than the three shows combined by more than 5 points. It's hard to, if you don't know, it's hard to intellectualize how crazy
that
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
just to think that there are thousands of people, not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people listening, but thousands of people listening to Dale and Keefe. There are TikToks that get way more views than that.
There are
in
times.
an hour.
There are times when certain segments of Dale and Keefe will have fewer people listening to it than there will be people in cars in Saco, Maine, and they drive in movie theater.
Yes.
In 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding about that. So, and by the way, if we get 5,000 people there, we'd get them. So, I know I mentioned this before too. What's amazing to me always is that they let this base walk away. Right. In an industry that's dying, bleeding listeners, bleeding loyalty. They let, whether it's, again, I know it's not the biggest, but it's a damn good size, the most loyal audience maybe ever when you think about going from one format to another, long pauses, long breaks here and there, battles with this and that, going somewhere else. As loyal as anything has ever been. I was looking at this thing Steve sent me yesterday. It's the loyalty is it's not even it's
insane.
You can't even compare it. It's crazy. And they were like, you know what? Linda Pizzuti doesn't like you, so get out of here.
I don't even know if they could intellectualize it, though. I don't think they understood it.
They don't get
it.
Care. No, you're talking about
it's not worth
right.
It.
They think, well, he didn't play sports, and like he's mean to the Red Sox, and he's is not sure that whatever. Fucking Donald Trump does everything wrong. Yeah, I mean, so let him go.
All you need to know is that David Field, the reason the Red Sox are still on EEI is not because of ratings, not because it's successful.
It's not
because it's good to have the
brand.
Red Sox. David Field likes the Red Sox, so he wants to keep them at Entercom.
Right. And so today they trot on. So the Red Sox issue a statement last night. I guess I can read it, some of it. Let me see here. Red Sox statement. Here we go. This is real, they write. Torii Hunter's experience is real. If you doubt him because you've never heard it yourself, take it from us, it happens. So I find this curious that they never actually confirm Torii Hunter's story. You know what I mean? In the actual thing?
Yeah.
They say last year there were 7 reported incidents at Fenway Park where fans used racial slurs. Those are just the ones we know about. Well, I suppose that's true. It's not only players, it happens to dedicated black employees who work for us on game days. Now, remember, for the Red Sox, the way the organization works, the black people in the organization work for them on game days.
Yeah.
They don't work like in the offices, like doing like real, like the front office. You
can laugh, it's just true.
No, it's true. They pour the beers, they clean the fields,
they scrape the gum off the seats.
While Sam Kennedy sits up with John Henry on his high horse and watches the black people work for them on the fields. That's how the Red Sox work. Right? I mean, is that incorrect?
You're absolutely
right.
I
mean, so
just look at the front office. I mean, we've tweeted out the collage before. Go through the website.
It's embarrassing.
Who is the face of the Red Sox?
Fucking Osmonds. I mean, it's like unbelievable. And then this is, so it's just so insulting, really. I mean, they are as racist as can be.
So basically, they're saying we can't confirm the Torii Hunter story, but it happens all the time.
Yeah, which I don't doubt. So they get into, they do all the, the pandering stuff. The change starts from within, and we identify how we can do better. Da, da, da. But so they say there are 7 incidents, which I totally believe. I believe there's probably way more than that. I don't think anybody doubts that. But they never confirm the Torii Hunter story because they know they down deep believe it didn't happen also. Now, again, we're not saying it definitely didn't happen, but I'm just saying I don't think it happened the way they're saying it. But instead they say, our black workers who we send out there to clean stuff while John and Henry sit there in their fucking high horses with Tom Werner, who has had black employees. I will say that. Tom Werner has had black employees. Now they can confirm. He has.
Built his career off.
He certainly has. Well, he has.
Yeah.
Is he not, Steve?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So they bring Sam Kennedy on. They trot Sam Kennedy on with Greg Hill today. And the way I always think of it is, it's got to hurt when you know that you're a soft landing spot. But they don't care. They just
unless
don't care.
you've always been. I don't know if Greg Hill was ever a tough interview guy.
Yeah, again, Greg's a hardcore. But now he's just pretending. He brings Sam Kennedy on. It's just a fucking.
Well, they have fun.
Suck off. I mean, is there anything really notable here, Steve, or no?
Well, I mean, I've got a little kind of a montage overview of the entire interview. If you want that.
Oh, let me hear it.
As someone who grew up in Boston, who loves Boston, who's a diehard Boston sports fan.
Stop real quick.
That's how old I am. This is my 19th.
Stop. What the fuck is she laughing at right there? What is funny about it?
Hold on.
Is that not ha-ha funny or no?
Keep listening.
Is that ha-ha funny? I never understand what it is.
Not funny like ha-ha funny. Like,
well, all right, fine, Keith. Jesus.
I know people accuse me of laughing too much, but at least there's a semblance of a joke being told. Like, he's just stating facts, and Danielle's like,
what's funny? Let me hear it again. That might be fun. Maybe I missed the nuance of it. Go ahead.
As someone who grew up in Boston, who loves Boston, who's a diehard Boston sports fan.
No, I guess, is it because Sam kind of laughs but she feels like she has to laugh?
They've got such a close connection.
Yeah.
What a weird, what a weird instinct. God, Sam is such a... Oh, go ahead. That's how old he is.
This is my 19th year in the Red Sox front office, but we've got to get a deal done with the Players Association to get going, and then
that should be easy. Don't worry about that. That'll be easy.
Yeah, we might.
That's dreadful.
Get it? Because it wouldn't be easy to get a deal
done. That
done.
laugh would haunt me. Let me hear that. Oh, God.
You get going, and then
that should be easy. Don't worry about that. That'll be easy.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
We might have to call you in to finalize the negotiations to get us going here. Well, it was great. I love that he called Dustin Pedroia a dirtbag. So he clearly knows Boston history, and it was funny. I texted Pedroia. I said, "Geez, did you hear what this kid just said about you?" And he said, "Yeah, he's clearly pretty smart." And he said, "Nah, he committed to Arizona. I don't think he's that smart." So it was good that he was watching an 18-year-old kid.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate being with you.
Hold on. This is hold on. This is such an insight into the insecurities of a human being.
Calls him back.
Yeah, like Greg.
Hold on, got another joke for you.
Because he knows how sad that interview was, and he's like, "Oh, let me prove that we're actually not sad."
Sam, we've had a lot of laughs here. How about one more for you? For the road.
Listen to this loser.
Getting close to a year old as the program director, you okay with everything? Comfortable? We need work. What's the deal?
Again, the last thing in the world Entercom would want is me being involved with making programming decisions way above my pay grade. So good luck and keep entertaining people.
All right, Sam. Thank you.
Gotten that joke for the better part of a year now.
God. And Mike actually made a good point about the comment that Hill has after this. Hold on.
All right, thanks, guys. Be well.
And Greg, is your pay grade above Sam's?
No, it's not. No, it's not above.
Sure?
It's not even above anybody in our
don't
promotions
even,
department.
Well, the promotions department has been eliminated.
Greg Hill just casually making a joke about people being unemployed.
When you're old like that, his brain's a little pickled.
Put people making $35,000 a year out of work.
I've seen Greg's contract; it's not much more. But oh my God, what an embarrassment!
And then we've got your old producer Chris Curtis's question.
Is unbelievable.
He's asking Sam Kennedy, how can we handle people who make racist comments?
So Sam goes on basically, and again in that interview, never confirms the Torii Hunter story ever, not once. He keeps talking about David Ortiz, who I go back to 2018. My friends at Boston Magazine, David Ortiz spoke out against a racial stereotype often associated with the city in the interview with some podcast, Glass Half Empty podcast. I don't know. I never lived in any racial situations in Boston. Boston was a city that loved me, and I love Boston. I don't think it's fair to blame the whole city of Boston when a couple of knuckleheads go out there and do something stupid. I lived in a neighborhood where the only black folk was me, Ortiz said. Everybody was great to me. Everybody was wonderful to me. I think people need to start seeing and looking at Boston differently than what people say it was back in the day. Now, to be fair, he's very famous, and he's David Ortiz. And
he did a few dingers in his day,
but he wasn't always David Ortiz. It did that first year. I guess it took a while, but I mean, he also played.
He was on the Twins.
He was on the Twins
with Torii Hunter,
and so that's his experience. And now they're trying to lump him in all the time. I'm hearing this. It's like, well, he said he hasn't had any issues with it, and I understand he's very famous. So he's an outlier, but so is Torii Hunter. And he's been at the field. He's played at Fenway. So he would have heard it, I presume.
Right.
If it was said so many times, I would think.
And obviously, if you're a hardcore enough racist so that you're going to scream that at Fenway, does Big Papi hitting home runs really matter to you?
Oh, David's around. We're not going to say
Yeah, exactly. If you're that big of a racist, it doesn't matter how good the player is.
At Fenway Park all the time, he's at Fenway Park 81 times a year for 15 years. I presume we would have heard it once. I don't know, but he does say a couple of knuckleheads, so I don't know.
Fitzy almost stumbled upon a good question. I think he was on his way to a good question and then kind of backtracked. But he was saying, do you guys, you said you have 7 incidences last year. Do you keep records of all of these? Because wouldn't there be a record of the Torii Hunter incident in some form or fashion?
Don't worry about that. No, let's not answer that. Now they could doctor one, I guess. I don't know. But even then, what's the, how are you going to do that? Because it didn't happen. And I mean, I don't think it happened. So you're going to find If this had happened, they would have found these 5 kids and the people around them. They would have dragged them somewhere. There's no question about that.
From Fitzy's question about the record keeping, he says that they keep track of like the nature of the incident, so they have very specific information about all of these complaints. So it would be very
call
easy.
Sam. Do you have Sam's number?
I do.
All right, give him a call.
He's doing a media tour today.
Yeah. Michael laugh.
I will.
I'll laugh at his jokes.
Been around a long time. 19 years? I didn't know you were that old, Sam.
I guess like my age.
Hello?
Sam?
Hi.
Sam, live tape. It's Kirk Minihane on Barstool Radio. Kirk Minihane Show. You have time for a few questions?
Hey, Kirk. No, thanks. I appreciate you reaching out.
You sure? I get just 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Okay, good. So the whole Torii Hunter thing, and I saw your statement, and I understand the situation, I suppose. But with those specific, like, it seems to me within the Red Sox tweet that you did and on the radio this morning, is it hard for you to actually confirm that the specific incident with Torii happened with the 5 people?
Can you restate the question, Kirk?
Sure. So the thing with Torii Hunter, which you talked about, with the 4 or 5 people yelling the M-word at him down the field and the people clapping and cheering around. Did you hear that specific story before? And were you actually able, because you said you believe him, which I understand, were you able to confirm that story? Do you have proof that actual story happened?
Well, we had conversations with Torii, and so we believe Torii, and we stated that this morning on the radio.
Right, but the specific, so you have proof of that specific story. So are you going to release that? Do you have the history of that? Like, when was it done, I suppose? What year did that one happen?
Yeah, well, Tori's comments were related to incidents that happened over a period of years, as we understand it.
But that specific one, though, do you know when that was?
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't? So you don't, okay, so you're not sure if that actually happened or not?
We have, that's not an incident that we investigated or have specific proof, but we've had lots of conversations over the years and had conversations with Torii, and we believe him, and we've got a great relationship with him. Many of our players do. So is there fear? And like I get, like, people say these words and it's awful, and I've said for years, kick them out, cut their heads off, do whatever you want. Is there ever any fear of backlash that people are going to think that you're sort of calling your fan base racist when you do stuff like this? It's a fair question, and the answer to that is we've tried to make it very clear that the incidents that we've seen represent a very small portion of the number of attendees, and I think we've improved dramatically across Boston, across the country. These incidents happen everywhere as we're learning, as we continue to listen. So, we want to make sure we're clear that, especially those of us who are from Boston and grew up here and love this city, that this is not an indictment on Boston or Red Sox fans. In fact, as you learn more about these incidents, you realize that they're commonplace and happen all over, and the conversation is important in terms of moving on from them.
Do you find it difficult at times to talk about, how all Black Lives Matter, which I agree with, I'm all, great. Do you find it difficult to kind of wag your finger and you say you're going to do this or that when you look at, say, like a photograph of your entire front office? And as I say, it looks like a Romney family Christmas card photograph. I mean, is there going to be more integration within your front office? Because, I mean, it's pretty white when I'm looking at it.
Yeah, we've had a big effort to improve diversity throughout the front office, throughout our roster.
It seems slow. I mean, no. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of white faces.
It's been years.
We certainly can always do better. I think everyone can do better in that regard, and something that we've worked hard on over 2 decades, and we'll continue to work at it. And the work definitely continues. But
I mean, so the general manager you hired is white. The manager you hired is white. You're white. The entire ownership group is white. I mean, is there going to be when are we going to see change in that? I mean, if we're going to call for change, doesn't it start within?
It definitely does. It starts from within, and something that we've been committed to throughout our senior leadership. And
how specifically
we're committed to?
Well, specifically, how is that taking place, though?
Yeah, we've had a number of additions to our front office over the last several years, but again, it's an area where we can improve, and we're committed to doing that.
All right.
I appreciate you reaching out. Didn't expect to hear from you this morning, but appreciate it, and thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks so much, Sam.
All right, be well.
Yeah, oh, you bet. You too. There you
That
go.
was surprising.
Sam Kennedy. There you go.
Wow.
Answered a few questions. So.
Sometimes they pick up.
Sometimes they pick up. I would say there's not a lot of answers from him there, but okay.
I think there was a very substantive answer.
What, the Torii Hunter one?
He has no proof.
Well, of course so, but I mean, that's all.
Yeah, but it's on the record. Red Sox president, no proof Torii Hunter's allegations are true.
Right. And so looked at, that's what you care about? Well, sort of, and look at the whole thing, and, hey, he came on to answer questions. Carabas said he still likes me, so who knows?
Maybe.
Well, he said,
hey, he came on to answer questions.
Okay.
Oh, he wants me to be well. I'm surprised I said give me 2 or 3 that he actually answered.
How great would it have been if you were like, Sam, you'll have to tape, it's Kirk Minihane. He goes, hey, fire Kmarko, huh?
Honestly, there would have been no tough questions after that.
That's true. Like, hey, Sam, you're on board. Well, there you go. That was a surprise, huh?
Wow, yeah.
Did you tweet that out, Steve?
I did.
What are the Minifans going to say about that interview?
Maybe they would have wanted you to ask about Entercom specifically.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess we could have. But that was sort of surprised he was talking.
I was going to say, I don't think any of us thought that he was going to pick up.
Yeah, right.
But you know what he's going to say about that? No. Like, these ones are questions I know I could
throw. He trot out the joke about being a program.
He'd be like, Kirk, I never had anything to do with that.
Yeah.
My thing is that I knew he could not honestly say he had proof about Torii Hunter.
But the thing is,
I just knew that.
Yeah.
You take Fitzy's question from this morning. They've been keeping records for a very long time about these incidents. There's no incident report for what Torii Hunter is saying.
Right. So Sam Kennedy just came on our show and said there's no proof.
Sam Kennedy basically said Torii Hunter's lying.
He really did.
He believes him, but he's lying.
Right.
Is there anything you wish you asked him?
Not really. I mean,
just in general.
Did I miss something? I don't know. It was three. It was like 4. I mean, I could tell that we were going to get about as much as every question felt like it was going to be the last one.
Right.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hung on as long as he did.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a pleaser. Like he thinks I'm going to like him now. Yeah. He's going to text me, be like, oh, later today he will text me, be like, oh, it was good to good to talk to you.
Nice to hear from you.
Hey, Kirk,
you're doing well.
Beers later? Fuck off. But that's okay. I mean, I hate the guy, but he came on and answered questions.
It really is funny in the light of the text messages that you've sent him over the last year. Can you go and read a few of those?
That's true. How pleasant.
I'm going to delete it.
Oh, no.
All right, another option. If you answer and say, Sam, you're live to tape, and he says, hey, I'm going to shove a porcupine up your ass.
I've got one. Here's one you tweeted out.
Shit. The one thing I wish we'd asked him about was Stephen Murphy.
Yeah. So that's the one you tweeted out. Are you going to resign over the video/clubhouse attendance scandals? And why are you such a spineless asshole?
Oh, yeah.
I should be embarrassed. I had a question for Sam Kennedy. I never asked him.
You have a question for Sam Kennedy? That's true.
Turns out you were lying. You don't have a question for Sam Kennedy.
I guess my question was how specifically. That was my one question for him.
It's too bad. We had him on and that's what Stephen Murphy. God damn it. Well.
Maybe
next time. On every week. That'll be our last time that phone call goes through.
I don't know. I can call him back.
Let's call him back. He's like, I'm waiting for Tom to get out of a workout.
Anyway, well, part of the reason I had such confidence this morning is my breath is fantastic thanks to Dr. Sheffield. Brushing our teeth is important. We know that. And you go to Dr. Sheffield Certified Natural Toothpaste at drsheffieldsnaturals.com. Today to save 10% or go to CVS or Walgreens to get $1 off. Dr. Sheffield Certified Natural Toothpaste. Head to drsheffieldsnaturals.com. drsheffieldsnaturals.com. You save 10%. Or go to any CVS or Walgreens to get $1 off. drsheffieldsnaturals.com. drsheffieldsnaturals.com. Again, go to CVS, Walgreens, $1 off for the best toothpaste in the world. I saw the Minifans tweeting at me yesterday. I appreciate that. Dr. Sheffield loves us. We love them. A great partner for the Kirk Minihane Show, the official toothpaste for the Kirk Minihane Show. Dr. Sheffield Certified Natural Toothpaste, drsheffieldsnaturals.com, drsheffieldsnaturals.com.
You know, it's funny, not to kiss your ass too much, but the EEI had Sam Kennedy for a half an hour this morning and didn't make as much news as you made in like 4 minutes.
Already, I would guess, right? Did you tweet something out or
I
no?
did, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not... Look, I'll say this. It pains me. It physically pains me to say it. I'll give him credit for coming on and answering the questions.
Yeah.
Like that
especially when you catch him off guard like that, you know?
Maybe that's why you do it, I think. Yeah, that's kind of how we do it. But, that's interesting to me. So, damn it, Stephen Murphy. But again, I can't kill myself because I didn't expect a.
Hey, Sam,
and I won't. But,
Sam, while I've got you here, can I get your reaction to this hit that's burning up the airwaves?
That would have been good. Oh, we did rape. We could have played rape one. Fuck! I should have done things. I should have done it with Kmarko. Wait, Sam. First, I want to hear this new song that's burned up the charts.
Next time, before we tell Steve to call someone, let's plan it out first. Let's talk it out.
God damn it!
Well, none of us thought he was going to pick up. So.
I thought he might pick up, but I didn't think he was.
You think he would have stayed once he agreed? Do you think he would have stayed on for the entirety of rape?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would have. What did you tweet out, Steve?
Red Sox President Sam Kennedy joined the Kirk Minihane show this morning, and then I retweeted it saying, "Think he made some news."
That's true.
Drive people to the show to figure out.
Nobody believes it was actually him, right?
Yeah, no.
Well, that's because we've tweeted out in the past. Donald Trump joined the show.
That's true. Yes, somebody just said that Bernie Kosar called in as well.
They're right to be suspect.
I should have called him a spineless ass. I forgot that's what at the end I should have been like, you're a spineless asshole. But hey, gotta be fair. If you come on and answer questions, you're gonna get you get the thanks at the end.
You should have. We're planning this out.
A little bit of gratitude. No, you gotta say thanks at the end. The guy comes on and answers questions. You can't say at the end. There's not Kmarko here. He was much better than Kmarko.
What you should have done is what Greg Hill did. No. One last thing,
right.
Sam. You're a spineless asshole.
Right, that's true. Shit, I didn't ask fucking Kmarko on the Wally doll too. God damn it.
Fuck. You should have asked him. You should have asked him if he's upset over EEI ratings. That's the programming director.
Why didn't you ask him, Steve? I'm just trying to ask him.
Because I just thought of it now.
You know what, though? I know what pisses him off, and I love pinning him down on the hypocrisy of the front office.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
It's nice that he answered. Do you think he'll get in trouble for being on here?
Who, Sam?
Who's going to get him in trouble?
John Henry?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think he would even know who I am. What's he going to do? They're all fake. He's just he got caught.
You could ask him about the diversity of the John Henry yacht crew.
That's true. I don't think he knows much about that as a president of the Red Sox.
Should have asked him if he should publicly shame me for making these prank phone calls that I make.
That's true.
Should there be public humiliation?
His thing, he'd be like, if he talks to Karamis, those guys, his thing is always like, Kirk's good, talented guy, a really talented guy.
Yeah, you worry about him, though.
Yeah. He's doing okay? How's he doing? That whole fucking thing. But hey, can't answer questions. I didn't get to answer. I was going to ask him one question, but unfortunately, Curtis stole it in the interview earlier. Now, here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, Steve. Now, the natural, regular radio reactions, if you have Sam Kennedy on your show that day, then he goes on another show and sort of contradicts what he said in your show, you would then play that sound and react to it the next day. I suspect that's not going to happen.
I highly doubt that will be brought up.
I'll be curious. Go ahead.
Sam, I guess one question on the 7 people last year is, wouldn't it be an even stronger deterrent if these 7 people were, I guess, outed, for lack of a better term, of saying these racial things in the park? If their name was out there, I think if people knew that they would be publicly shamed for their behavior, I think that might strongly deter other people from joining.
Yeah, I agree.
Sam actually gives a good answer.
He first says, I agree, because that's what he's a pleaser. And he's like, I agree. And then he just is like, well, we're not the police.
I agree. If we turned everybody into a big vigilante mob and ruined people's lives for saying the right thing, yes, it might act as a deterrent. And
there's also a chance that maybe somebody didn't say that and somebody heard something else. And then,
Or how about if someone gets drunk at Fenway and yells something they wish they hadn't, maybe their life shouldn't be ruined. They should be kicked out.
How about this? How about we come to some compromise? Not the specific number of the street he lives on, but the street he lives on. Is that fair? And then they can find him on. We'll give you the first 6 digits of his phone number, but then you've got to you got to find the last one. Is that? I mean, what a question to ask. They learn nothing with us,
Tim Jones, racist, kicked out of Fenway last night.
And it's funny because this comes right after.
By the way, you get kicked out like Mike's. You get kicked out for calling somebody an asshole.
Right.
Remember that New Yorker story about the guy who kind of looked like the bike guy who attacked those little kids because they were putting signs up?
Yeah.
And the internet just turned into this vigilante mob and just ruined this guy's life for 72 hours before he came out and was like, no, that wasn't me. How many times does that have to happen before people know the danger of just sending people after him?
Look, I'm just going to say this, okay? The town, Haverhill. The name, Al Morrissey. The address, 12 Main Street. Go get him.
Find this motherfucker.
See, it won't happen again.
Who yelled a curse word at Fenway.
So next time somebody's drunk, I'm sure they will remember that.
Right.
It's just... What a weird instinct.
Sam, what if we just took the dead bodies of people who yelled those things and just hung them from the Green Monster? Do you think that would act as a deterrent?
That's a good question.
One real answer would be we should probably stop serving alcohol at Fenway if we want to.
Whoa.
But I have a feeling the president of business operations might not.
President of business operations, Whitey White will say, no can do. We need our guys down there pouring those drinks.
Yeah, right.
$12 Bud Lights.
Yes. But don't worry, the Red Sox are committed to changing their front office policy.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Any examples? Yeah, yes, we're committed to it.
They've hired some front office people.
Yeah, who? We're committed to it. What do you want me to say? Again, you want you with the examples always.
You are silly with that.
So he has no. I mean, the Torii Hunter thing never happened in his mind. He can't.
There's no record of it.
Right. There's no record.
He believes.
Well, if they keep, that seems like a pretty significant record.
They keep pretty good records. I think we should play Fitzy asking about their record keeping because it kind of gives you an insight to whether that record should exist.
I heard it before. I'm gonna go pee. You play it. You play it. Go ahead.
Have the Red Sox as an organization been keeping tally on reported racial incidents in recent years past, and if so, how come only now this has come to light? I'm just curious if you guys reached a critical breaking point, or if the Torii Hunter interview was the last straw.
No, we
started to be a good question. They kind of backed away from it.
Could have done a better job and talked about it publicly. It's again, the numbers are pretty consistent over the last couple of years. Yes, we do keep data and statistics and information on ejections and fan-related incidents, and so we have that.
So if the incident that Torii describes was so significant that he has a no trade clause, do you think that he would have reported it to Fenway? Would there have been an incident report created in that moment is the question. And if so, it would exist, but Sam Kennedy just said, no, it doesn't exist.
Well, he claims he was waving his hands and trying to get security to react to it, and just no one did anything, which it seems bizarre based on their normal...
Try Sam one more time. I do want to ask about Sam, about Stephen Murphy. It just bothers me. I want to ask him about that, because we'll never get him on again.
I wonder if he'll answer this time. What do we think?
No.
No way?
Now we got our one shot. That bothers me.
Sammy.
I think it might be busy.
Really?
That's all I'm getting when I call him now.
How could he be busy?
That doesn't, that's his cell phone.
I've never heard that sound before.
Try it again. He just delete you? Did he change his number?
I have no idea.
You sure it's the same number?
Yeah.
Call's coming from inside the booth.
Try one more time.
Nope. Oh, there we go. Maybe he was calling back.
One shot of glory. Well, we got our stuff in as much as we could. Maybe next time. Damn it. Again, I'm not really sure what he would say about Stephen Murphy.
So he was a great friend.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing. Once we found out, we got rid of him.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, what can you do? So you had played the answer to Fitzy too, or no?
Yeah, just him basically saying we've been keeping record for a number of years on ejections and fan incidents. So if Torii had reported this, there would have been a report.
No, but he's going to say,
and Sam Kennedy says there's no report.
He's going to say we started doing it after that.
It's interesting. Well, yeah, maybe. It's
One day later.
It's
again, it doesn't like
it shows that Sam actually went back and looked at the records,
of course,
to try and find it.
He's also going to say, like, this by the way doesn't mean these things don't happen. They do happen. What I'm saying is 5 people screaming it and kids screaming it and people cheering and yelling around it is not. It's just not.
It seems unlikely, and it also seems dangerous to just accept that as something that happens all the time.
Right,
in Fenway.
And then just assume it, and then Boston gets branded. In some ways, it's fair. In some ways, it's not. But then it just becomes part of the. Oh yeah, like Adam Jones, and oh yeah, like Torii Hunter. Well, wait a minute, that's not true. Bill Russell, sure, that's true. Busing, sure, that's true. Other stuff, yeah, but I don't know. This one may not be true.
So I'd like to see all the incident reports going back however many years they've kept them. He says that's pretty consistent, 7 or so incidents a year. Read each one of those reports and see if they're more extreme or less extreme than 5 kids screaming from the top of their lungs at center field. I think that's kind of an outlier in terms of the extremeness of it, because also they're not intoxicated; they're kids.
No, I would call it very, 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 very unlikely. That's all. Very unlikely. People may disagree and get worked up about. That's fine. But the president of the Boston Red Sox said today he's no proof that it happened. So, but yet he's going to say in a statement that they believe him, and they're going to make the Red Sox fans. It's just a weird, I don't know. I know it's complicated. I know they have to fucking please people, but and by the way, I'm going to say Torii Hunter's a great guy. In today's PC world, he's had some interesting things to say about the gay community in America. He's a very religious guy.
Some of his beliefs wouldn't hold up.
Would you like to play his Asa Hutchison endorsement?
Sure.
This is Pine Bluff native and Major League Baseball player Torii Hunter. I'm asking you to vote for my friend Asa Hutchison for governor. Dr. King said that men should be judged by the content of their character. Today, we too often prejudge political candidates by their party label. I'm asking you to consider Asa for his actions. As a lawyer, Asa fought for more majority African-American districts in the state's legislature.
Well, that's good.
Asa is committed to the principles we hold dear, like a strong faith in God, equal justice for all, and keeping marriage between one man and one woman.
Whoa. What?
But my problem with this is that doesn't mean that didn't happen to Torii Hunter.
Of course not, but I'm just saying. But no, but what I'm just saying is, guys, this is where I say, though. Guys like Sam Kennedy say he's a great guy. But if somebody...
Oh, not that part of him.
There's something Sam Kennedy would say, well, I don't agree with that.
But, or if a prominent person who he doesn't, who he feels comfortable going after does that, then the Red Sox would disavow them.
True.
That's the hypocrisy. No, I don't fucking care if Torii Hunter thinks a man. What do I care?
I mean, can you imagine a white baseball player this year, or just a few years ago.
Feels that way. Aubrey Huff. I mean, are the Red Sox going to have a day for him?
Exactly.
It's like, so I mean, it's that part of it. It's not even Torii. I don't give a shit what Torii. So he thinks. I always said. So he thinks in his brain, the marriage is between a man and the woman. I disagree with him. I disagree with it completely. But what do I care what he thinks?
Right.
Gives a shit.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of now he's a homophobe. Let's fuck him over for that because it's.
Well, he might be.
He should be able to say. Yeah, but he should be able to say this shit too.
Of course he should. But the Red Sox would never. When they say he's a great guy, they wouldn't. That part they would say.
They would ignore that.
Right.
Probably yes.
Or in 2010, he talked to USA Today. As African American players, we have a theory that baseball can go and get an imitator and pass him off as us. Hunter said. It's like they had to get some kind of dark faces, so they go to the Dominican or Venezuela because you get them cheaper. It's like, why should I get this kid from the south side of Chicago and have Scott Boras represent him and pay him $5 million when you get a Dominican guy for a bag of chips?
That comment might not hold up well. I see what he's trying to say.
2012, he said it would be difficult and uncomfortable for him to have a gay teammate.
Yeah, that doesn't age well either.
So I'm just saying, I don't know.
So he's good people now.
But he's a hero now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but again,
when you think about it, it was a good PR move for him to come out and say this.
But again, he's being, I would have said back then, I would have said, well, if I was on doing and I may have that weekend, I would have said, well, wait a minute. I would have probably defended him and been like, well, you want everyone to speak up and be honest. He's telling you, he honestly is going to have a hard time with this.
Yeah.
As opposed to lying and be like, oh, it's great. And then he has a gay teammate and we're going to have a conversation or not.
Right.
So who knows? I don't know. All right, load him up. Let's go. Any new songs, Steve?
Yeah, we got some new songs.
Oh, good. We'll mix them throughout.
I also, my plan yesterday was to do some prank calls, get the Fire Kmarko thing going, and the wind was taken out of my sails pretty quickly.
Who'd you call?
Called Zolak and Bertrand.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Zoe, I know you're a big Barstool guy. How do you feel about this Fire Kmarko stuff? And he goes, it's Blind Mike. And they're just like, why? And he goes, yeah, I blame Minihane for Blind Mike calling in. Blind Mike, you checked off your box for the day. You got one done.
Jeez.
I was like, oh, come on, guys.
There you go.
Are people starting to catch on that we actually got him on?
I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't believe it. If I was just on Twitter, I would not believe that.
It's too bad. I'd really like to ask him about Stephen Murphy.
You can't live with regret.
I know. Damn it. Ready to tweet out, Steve? God damn it.
It was unexpected. It's not your fault.
Nah, I know, but hey, listen.
You got a lot on your mind. You've got a new kid to take
new
care
son.
of.
Yeah, my simple, beautiful son. I don't really disparage his name anymore. Well, there's always something going on in this show,
Sure.
Jeez.
I think that'll make some news on the Barstool blog.
I guess. I mean, I hope so.
The headline was gonna have to be, Kirk Minihane doesn't believe Torii Hunter, but now it's Sam Kennedy says no proof of Torii Hunter's claims.
I still say Simple Keith is, but okay. They load up, Steve?
Yes, they loaded up.
All right.
That's
Good
a
morning.
good title for the episode.
I agree. Good morning.
Kirk, this is your president, Donald J. Trump.
Wow. Kicking things off with the Commander-in-Chief. Good morning, sir. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you in Maine last week.
Kirk, that's okay. We all have very, very busy lives, but I have to tell you something, Kirky.
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you, this has been a very sad couple weeks as Commander-in-Chief. One of the great tragedies of all time have happened under my watch.
Mm-hmm.
Kmarko publishing that blog.
Right,
Not
thank
good,
you.
sir. Not good.
Yeah, no, it was
You know what we call Kmarko?
No.
We call him Creepy Keith. Creepy Keith. His
That's good.
favorite book is Little Women. He likes tiny, young little women.
That's definitely true. I can confirm.
It's not good, Kirk. I had
It's
to
not
ask
good.
him to stop coming to Mar-a-Lago a couple of years ago. It's
Oh,
not good,
man.
Kirk.
Wow. Is that true? Tweet that out, Steve. I didn't realize that. The president. That's interesting.
You know what the difference between Kmarko and me is, Kirk?
What's the difference?
There's no evidence I ever used the N-word, unlike Kmarko.
Mr. President, why are you laughing?
Mr. President, that's not funny. Well, it is true. It's not very funny.
That's true,
It's
sir.
true. He needs to remember a couple words. It's locker room talk. It gets you out of a lot of things.
That's funny how that works.
You know what we call your little friend Ellie there? We call her Equality Ellie. She loves equality, Kirk. She loves it.
That's nice.
That's why, I don't know if this is breaking news, but, she's actually moving out of her apartment. She's
Okay.
moving to a different Manhattan high-rise apartment with a smaller rooftop garden, just for the sake of equality.
Oh, that's unbelievable. What a moment that is. Wow. That is nice.
Yeah, she's leave it to a 22-year-old who makes over $100,000 because she's kind of attractive to talk to everybody about how equality works. Right, Kirk?
That's not an accurate
don't-
description, Mr. President,
know if
in my opinion. But I may be wrong, and so may you. Yes. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, well, I have to talk to one person there, Kirk.
Sure.
It's
Oh, boy.
Bookwriting Steve. Bookwriting Steve.
Bookwriting
It's not
Steve.
good.
Okay.
We've talked about, he wrote those Kennedy Babylon books, Kirk.
I didn't know that, Steve. Steve,
Not true at all.
Steve, the president of the United States is saying that.
Well, I could see because the president's books have all been ghostwritten, how he would think that other people ghostwrite books, but that's not true. Not true at all.
Fake news, Kirk.
I believe you, sir.
I know
Sir, I
many
believe you.
words, many big, very good words.
I know you do, sir.
And I'll
I know
tell you
you
this,
do,
Kirk.
sir. Yes.
There's one more book that he did write. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead.
It's called My Struggle. It's called My Struggle.
Yes, it
In
is.
Germany,
It
they
is
call
called-
it Mein Kampf.
Yes, I'm aware, sir.
Mr. President,
I'm aware, sir.
Mr. President, of all of the books that you've written, which is your favorite?
I had a feeling he was going to say that book. Mike, I don't know.
I don't know why he would bring that up.
The Art of the Deal.
That is a good
How
book,
I make
yeah.
so many good deals. We have good deals with China. China, very big, good deals. And I'll tell you this, Stevie. I solved another mystery for you. Do you know why little Mikey is always wearing those, not
I
so little
almost
Mikey, always wearing those sweatshirts? Do you know why?
Why is that?
I don't know why.
It's to hide the bruises. Alba runs a tight ship over there. I'll
I
tell
can
you
see
that.
that. I'm looking at them right now, sir.
There may be
Yes.
some truth in that.
What
I
did
don't
you
wanna-
think? What would you say, sir, if the first lady was to say to you, one of my friends is turning 28. Let's go to a beach party. What would you say to that?
I'd tell her I'll ship you back to whatever Eastern European country you came to, and I'll get another one.
I
Not
should
a
have
big
used
deal
that,
to me.
Mr. President.
I'd say
That
you're
is
fired.
That's
Fired.
ridiculous.
I do have one question, Mikey. What did she say?
Yes. What's that?
Mike, what did she say when you asked her if you could go to work today? Was she nice about it?
She allowed it. She allowed it. Even dropped me off, actually.
That's good. That's good. Remember, don't make eye contact when she's been drinking, okay? Tell people you ran into the cupboard or something like that. It's okay, Mike. It's okay. There are people for this. There's groups. It's okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
President.
It's nice to talk to someone about it.
All right, sir. Anything else, sir?
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't do it if she didn't love you, Mikey.
That's what I
It's
tell
okay.
myself.
We all love you, buddy.
I keep repeating that
All
in the
right,
show.
Kirk, we love you, and keep fighting the good fight. And Kmarko's creepy Kmarko. He's very simple. It's not good, Kirk. China, wall, mega. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Mr. President.
And with that, Steve, I think we say goodbye to the calls for the
Yep,
day.
I think we're done.
Sorry, but I think we're good. Boy, Sam Kennedy, the president.
Two presidents, yes.
That's
Wow,
good.
yeah.
Excellent.
Two
President
presidents.
Kennedy and President Trump, Steve, if you will, today. Hopefully it doesn't end the same way for this President Kennedy. I'm serious. What?
Oh, you're really hoping that it doesn't end that
I hope it. Yes, it does.
I
Yes,
understand.
yeah.
Right.
Wow. Well, there you go. Okay. All right, give me a song. What do we got here? I have a feeling I know who one of the subjects may be today. I could be wrong, though. You liked it?
That was a blind mic collaboration.
I wrote it.
Oh, you did?
I think it gets better as it goes along.
Well, we'll let history decide.
The key thing is with you got to really pack some punch in the first
So
20
you think
seconds.
maybe the last chorus I should have put at the beginning?
Well, the problem is with that specific subject, you've already got a classic
That's true.
established. That's where it gets difficult.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like
You're
that's
trying to put a needle where a spike's been.
right.
Right.
Call Sam Kennedy again, which is going to bother me. Let's go with Stephen Murphy. God damn it! Fuck.
Hold on a second. I'll try to call him from the Google Voice line.
Easy. It's president you're talking about. Who'd you collaborate with there, Mike?
It was intern Will singing.
Oh, wow.
I thought he did a good job.
Where's he doing this from?
I assume wherever they are in Key West. I wondered the same thing, but I didn't
Your
ask
call has been forwarded to an
Phone's off now, it seems. Or ignoring.
Damn it. Well, there's always tomorrow. The sun will rise.
Where is this going to rank with your life's greatest regrets?
It's up there. But we got some good questions in as well.
Maybe we'll,
we'll
get them tomorrow.
I think probably not. All right. Any other songs or no?
We have House of Falling Kmarko.
Oh, we'll try it,
Making blogs and publishing zonks. A registered Republican.
All right, good enough. Good. I hung on as long as I could. God damn it. All right, what else we got?
I don't think you're going to be able to escape that now. That's what I'm noticing.
The Stephen Murphy thing?
Yeah.
Try more time for your phone stuff. I'll get arrested.
I think it's going to ruin your day.
So it helps to have the old text line.
I know.
Or co-host.
Well, I guess. I didn't want to step on it.
It's okay. I'm just kidding.
I assumed you had plenty of questions for me.
I did, but All right. Well, we tried.
We've got that Woody Allen sound from his Alec Baldwin interview. I don't know.
We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, because I actually want to dig in that a little bit. I haven't done my full research on that because it's very interesting on several levels. I actually find it to be pretty interesting.
Alec Baldwin was stealing my ideas.
He is. I mean, you wouldn't believe it if you go back to it's actually kind of wild.
I was going to say, the track record's long enough that Mike could be stealing Alec Baldwin's thing.
No shit. I got to say, I liked, Kate and I would watch a lot, especially when we go on these road trips for swim meets on Saturday nights. I actually liked that live PD show on A&E.
Me too.
It's not bad.
I used to watch it.
And it's gone. They canceled it.
Yep.
And I have to say, right, I have to say, like, so if I had an argument with somebody who was for the cancellation of it, they'll probably have some decent points, I suppose. But, like, they did a lot of good stuff too on that show. They would do the same. They found like missing children and stuff on that show. Like
the big argument wasn't there something that they destroyed evidence. They said
there
was some
weird
footage
case.
that they didn't show.
Somebody died in custody or something.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So if it's a legal thing, then I understand.
Yeah.
But it seems to be happening at an odd time.
It's just that it portrays police officers in too flattering a light, right?
Yeah, and
it doesn't show the seedy underbelly.
I think they also think it makes some of these criminals look buffoonish, and it's more weighted towards, say, the black community in terms of so I get it, and I suppose, but I mean, it's I like the show. But
well, what about Paw Patrol?
Well, I think that should go. I have a big issue with that.
What possibly could be the issue with Paw Patrol?
I was amazed at the number of blue check marks who were applauding HBO for Gone with the Wind.
Did you see what they're doing now?
No,
it's been adjusted. They're
taking
it down.
Yeah. They're gonna make some
for the
changes.
time being, but they're gonna
change
add
the movie.
Yes.
No, I don't know if they're going to change the movie.
They're going to add context.
They're adding a discussion.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
like in the middle of the movie.
That I don't know. I don't know how they're
With
doing
who?
it.
Like just
I don't know.
There's going to be a modified woke version of Gone with the Wind that's going to go up in place of the existing Gone with the Wind.
Well, I saw Twitter yesterday that they were starting to aim their guns at Blazing Saddles. So just get ready for it.
If they can take Paw Patrol, they can take anything. If you can take a fucking cartoon, and don't we want kids to have positive impressions of police officers? Isn't that better for the community harmony?
Well, but there doesn't be no police officers when they're growing up, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's true.
I mean, this is what I mean. Like, what? Like, are they gonna get rid of the reruns of Chips?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like,
Law and Order.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to get rid of Chips. Starsky and Hutch. They all got to go.
Like, it's just a couple weeks ago we mocked it when that op-ed was written, but now things are actually getting done.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so my initial reaction to it was, well, when it comes down to money, it won't matter. Well, I think Live PD was A&E's biggest show.
And it was for maybe not anymore, but there was a time where it was like trending every Friday and Saturday night. Like people were watching live. And the thing more than anything that show did is way more than Cops, that it was kind of like America's Most Wanted in the sense that they would put out, like, they would help solve crimes.
Yeah, and missing kids and stuff. And I always thought that show did a pretty good job of showing, first of all, there's minority police officers on there as well.
Yeah.
But like they're pretty, I always thought, and again, I understand they're not on film, but they were always pretty good to these people and kind of treated them, I thought, pretty well. And like they seemed likable. They seemed like human beings as opposed to asshole cops. So I sometimes I think, it wasn't the worst portrayal. So I don't know. But maybe that's why they got rid of it, because they don't want cops to look like
they want a worse portrayal.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think if you're reading scripts right now, you're a producer or something, and somebody gives you a cop drama.
No chance. No chance.
So like 5-10 years from now, you're going to see the supply chain effect of anything related to police. They're just not. You're not going to see it.
I will say there's no way they're going to get rid of the Law and Order franchise.
That might be the one.
$1 billion
one,
franchise. Yeah. That is a different game. Like there's no way NBC's like, we're getting rid of that whole franchise.
Well, they're lucky they're not beat cops. They're not out on the streets. They're more detectives, so they might get away with that one.
But you're talking about like in terms of syndication, it's no way. And if that's the case, then money doesn't matter anymore, and they'll say it's a wonderful thing, I guess. So I don't know. But you're right. Any movie project right now that's being made, and I'm sure there are some that are stalled. They're in the middle of shooting cop movies.
It won't happen.
They'll just stop shooting on them and just eat the $50 million or the $60 million.
Well, yeah, because the risk is a boycott on your studio, a boycott on the movie. I mean, just look what's happening to Tucker right now. Here we go again. He doesn't buy into, he doesn't basically repeat everything Al Sharpton believes, and now the woke left is coming after his advertisers.
Yeah, Disney's not advertising, right?
No, and it's because there's a national version of a Shirley Lung who calls up Disney and says, "Hey, Tucker doesn't believe Black Lives Matter." Verbatim, that's what they say. And so why are you advertising with him? They pull their advertising. And Tucker will be okay because he gets such monster ratings that people are going to advertise with him. There'll be someone to step up and fill the void. But, a smaller, just a podcast or just a regular TV show, a little radio show, if that continues, they'll choke out any dissenting view.
No question. This is what happens. And they're going to take down statues and change books and then, not eliminate movies, but have discussions in movies. And then you're like, well, where? I'm telling you, stunned. I thought... And I guess I'm wrong sometimes. I thought that people were going to be like, you're getting rid of movies now? Like, what? And everyone's like, this is great, good. I've been saying for years that this is a racial stereotype. And it's like, no shit it is. Of course it is. But that's a document of history. You watch it and you learn from it. You learn the bad and the good in it. It's like, what? What books are going to get banned? And the left's going to be calling for banning books
Huckleberry
now.
Finn?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Because this really started, I'm sure it's before, but it really started, 2014, maybe a little earlier, where this stuff really started to, advance. And now the kids who are in middle school then are in high school, college, or are 20-something now, and they're the ones saying, we should do this. We should start this movement where we get rid of shit on HBO or get rid of Law and Order or Live PD or any of this bullshit.
In a weird way, these people who are so opposed to, white supremacy, the patriarchy, are eliminating part of the historical record that supports the ideas they're advancing. Like the idea that at some point people felt like it was okay to put up a Robert E. Lee statue kind of supports their idea that historically there's this legacy of oppression. So now they're eliminating history that actually supports their beliefs.
Well, I like the idea of walking around and seeing a Robert E. Lee statue and having a conversation about it. Well, and saying this is part of history. It's not great. It's not perfect. But let's talk about what he did, who he was, what this war was about, and what life is like now. And it's gotten better, and it could still get better. And this is an example of when things weren't even as good as they are now. Why is that? What? And if some people choose to celebrate it, well, then fucking they choose to celebrate it. They're wrong, but
I mean, how far does the logic go? Like some of the stone for the Washington Monument could have been mined by slaves. Does that go down? The pyramids in Egypt built by slaves. Do we destroy those?
I mean, let's be like I always say, if they're being consistent, yes. I keep saying this. They're going to. I am telling you, the currency and money is going to change. Everything is going to change.
I don't really have a problem with money or currency changing, but let's just be very clear that we are eliminating.
You're wiping out history.
There's no value judgments here. We're just eliminating the historical record.
They're going to get to the point where they don't want to wipe out the history of George Washington for the United States of America.
He was a racist.
He had slaves, and he didn't. I told you, I read a great book. I think it's called Never Caught, about a slave who escaped from George Washington. George and Martha Washington hunted her down forever until they died.
But if we're going to do this, we should be equal, and all the Democrats with a racist legacy should also get it. Like Woodrow Wilson, huge racist. But we still have buildings at New England colleges that are named after the guy.
High schools,
but that's how you know that it's not an intellectually honest exercise, because they're only going after people the Tea Party likes. They're only going after people, Southern Republicans like.
Right. Well, like Mike was about to say, the Confederate flag now is going
gone
to be
from NASCAR.
Which, I mean, I guess
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I get the heritage argument, but it's become today a symbol of
I don't give a shit
if modern movement.
People aren't allowed to wear it because I don't care. It doesn't affect me in any way, but it does seem odd that if you're just wearing that, not being a racist.
So I guess what the line is but I think people are wearing that now to be purposely.
Exactly.
At this point, yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, are you okay if somebody wears a shirt just with the M word on it and walks around?
I guess not.
I don't think they should be arrested.
Neither do I. But
they should be ostracized.
Right. They should be.
And I would
shit on them.
I would tell them, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Like if somebody wants to come, sit down next to me and they're wearing that shirt, I'm like, oh, fucking get out of here.
Right.
But I don't want the hand of the government to come down.
That's
and
what I mean.
their speech.
Neither do I. But that's get ready for it.
Exactly. Because
now that's the extreme example,
line.
Purposely done. But like, I don't know where that line is. And Mike Trout, somebody wears a shirt with the Confederate flag. I mean, I don't know. So you want that person arrested, shamed, like Chris Curtis style, ruin their lives? I don't know where that line is. These are sort of extreme examples, but you can cherry pick all you want. You can do music, you can do movies, you can do TV shows, you can do books, you can do cartoons. We've done this. This is all happening. This is all happening right now. Everyone's like, well, it's not as important as, people getting murdered. Well, no shit. We know that, but it's still happening. Yeah. It's still going on. And people are looking for excuses for it to happen.
We're going to get to a point where everything before 1968 is not acknowledged in the country because it was racist.
Well, yeah, or even after. I mean, yeah, I think that's definitely true. So I'm not sure when I don't like do they go into sports now? Do all records pre-integration get wiped out now? Or do they not matter? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And again, not important, but it's sort of like people are going to start digging into stuff like that.
They will start kicking racist out of Ty Cobb will eventually be out of the Hall of Fame, shit like that.
I think so when the people are 20 now or 40 and 50 and run stuff.
Unless they just don't realize if they stop learning who Ty Cobb is.
Well, if you ask a bunch of people today, it was Torii, do you love Torii Hunter, the hardcore left? They'd be like, yeah, he's great. And you'd say, well, wait a minute, he's against gay marriage. No, he's not. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They don't care. They just want to believe what they want to believe.
And you said, I guess 20 years from now, when the people who are doing this, advocating for this, are in positions of power, reminds me of maybe 5 years ago when we were looking at college campuses and all this, the safe space, microaggression stuff. And we're like, aren't those guys in for a rude awakening when they get out into the workforce and discover that's not how the world works? Well, the rude awakening was for us.
No shit.
Because that has become how the world works.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take shit for Torii Hunter today. There's no question. Like, why do you care about that? Why don't you care more about well, we do care about the other issue. But
take it up with Sam Kennedy.
But I also care about this. I don't know what you want me to say.
Because they are smart in the way they've figured out how to end the argument by saying, if we're talking about Gone with the Wind, why do you want to celebrate an old racist movie that badly?
Well, I would say to you, then why are you trying to take it down?
Because
you're equally wasting. You're equally wasting time.
Do you really want to watch a racist movie that badly? Are you that obsessed with watching a racist movie?
No, I'm not. But I would say to that person, you've just spent time trying to take it down when there's other stuff that's actually going on in the world.
Because racist stuff we shouldn't be celebrating racist things.
But who's celebrating?
HBO and
why can't we learn from it?
I'm not good at being on that side of the argument, but this is what they would say.
Right.
It's the Ellie Schnitt argument.
Right. And I'd love to. and maybe there's a black person. I think his name is John Ridley. I could be wrong. He wrote the script for 12 Years a Slave, which is a great movie. And I think he wrote an op-ed in the LA Times basically calling for this to happen, which I find for a screenwriter and a filmmaker extraordinary. An extraordinary thing to do. So I don't know. I don't think Alfred Hitchcock ever had a black actor in a lead role in one of his movies. I don't think. Time for him to go?
I guess so.
Has Martin Scorsese?
And I heard someone make this point this morning, but why? So they're going to have this discussion about Gone with the Wind. Okay, I guess we need that, apparently. Why don't we need, every time there's a rape or a pedophile or something like that, why don't we need a discussion, hey, gang, pedophilia is terrible.
We'll get there. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll get there.
That'll be fun. So it'll take any thought out of people. It'll take any individual thought out, and we can just consume what they want us to know.
I'm stunned. And maybe it has and I missed it. The Tarantino hasn't taken any shit here the last couple of days.
For
the use of the N-word.
The N-word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scorsese, too.
Yeah. Yes. I am stunned. And I feel like but again, that to me is selective. They like Tarantino movies.
They do, and Tarantino's taking shit for, that comes up every once in a while.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now?
This is yeah.
Right now? Of course I'm not calling for it, but you know why? Because they like those movies.
Yeah.
They don't Gone with the Wind's boring.
And he just made one that was celebrated. Maybe if Tarantino hadn't made a movie in a while, then they would go after him.
And by the way, of course they shouldn't, but I'm just saying, I don't know, is Jamie Foxx going to apologize for being in Django now? When does it, what's the, you know what I mean? It's all bullshit.
When you talk about the selective outrage or judgment, just a week before George Floyd was killed, there was a shooting about just a few blocks from where I live in Jamaica Plain. It was a black-on-black crime. One guy died. There was a little bit of gunplay. The cops have arrested, investigating it. There's no press conference about that. There's no investigation. There's no march. Like, that it would seem to me that if you look at simply the numbers, that just like citizen on citizen crime in Chicago and all these other areas is a bigger problem. And I get that there's the systemic racism aspect of it, and it's the government coming down. So that makes it different.
But that's the big part of it. Though. You know that.
Yes, yes, I get that. But if Black Lives matter, why don't Black lives that are taken by another citizen matter as much?
Well, I think a big you know why? White guilt. That's a big reason why. White liberal media guilt.
I'm just saying
they feel guilty about. They feel guilty. They feel guilty and the media is still largely white, which is wrong, and I agree it's wrong. So they get a chance to act like heroes. It's the Ellie Schnitt syndrome, where you get to act like you're a fairy godmother, and you get to float over them and sprinkle your magic dust, and then it just goes away, and then you float on to music videos and haircuts.
The problem is, too, that some of it's good, and I can agree with some of it, and progressing and all that. But then it gets to an extreme where we have to take down everyone and ruin their lives or ban certain forms of entertainment. It just doesn't make any sense.
And by the way, you said take things down. To be very clear, and Dave never brought this up, and Kevin and Dan probably don't know about this, just to go full circle. I told Dave, don't take down that blog.
Right.
Yeah. Do not take that blog down.
Even in like the 15 minutes after we saw it, we established, no, we want that blog up.
He asked me, Dave, you know who took
posted
it down?
It back up.
You know who took it down? Dave Portnoy.
Oh, really?
So I would imagine it was his. He said, I don't want it up there. So you talk about censorship, Davey censorship. Ooh. I said, keep it up. And Dave doesn't lie. I'll give him that. He stands most of the time. I would say, I did not call for that blog to be taken down. Not one time. Dave asked me point blank, do you want to take it down? I said, absolutely not. I said, my issue is with Kmarko's inconsistency. Keep the blog up. I have no problem with that. Dave said, I think I want to take it down. I said, you're in charge.
Oh, shit. Well, I posted it again.
Well, good. Oh, it's still up?
Yeah, it's up as screenshots within.
So we're
post.
We're so in the censorship that it's like I'm arguing with fucking Kevin Clancy here. And by the way, speaking of that idiot Marty, that fucking email is just insanity. Oh my god! Holy fuck! Did you see that?
No.
A fucking lunatic. He sent it to Steve and a bunch of other people at Barstool. It got sent to me. And it's just gibberish, crazy talk. He'll hate today's show, which is perfect. It's good. But yeah, I do wonder, like, I wonder what shape it'll take musically, just stuff in general. Where they're going to find stuff, lyrics, and this is not new. I mean, Tipper Gore was leading this music police in the 90s. Remember when she was trying to put labels and ratings and all that stuff? And it's weird. Oftentimes it's the left that does it, which is really strange. If you think about it, I mean, they're supposed to be the progressive ones, the artists, and yet
but they're also into control.
I guess. Well, Republicans are in control as well, in some ways, of your bedroom.
I think there are, years. Yeah. I mean, there was hypocrisy in the Republican Party in that regard for sure. But I think
it. I mean, like Torii Hunter, I'm sure is for, less government and all this and all that, but yet he cares if, some guy puts his dick in another guy and they have a certificate.
I bet he's probably renounced that position by now.
I bet he hasn't.
No, not publicly.
I don't think so. But I mean, so you're right. There's hypocrisy on both sides. But I mean, you're having like real, this. I think his name is John Ridley. He's a smart guy. He actually has a screenwriting podcast, and he wrote 12 Years a Slave and some other stuff. He might have written Gladiator. I could be wrong. That might be wrong, but I think that is wrong. But you have him out there calling for getting rid of movies. It's wild.
What's up? The Minifans are working on a spreadsheet of all the times that Kmarko fucked up.
Oh, good.
They're already beyond 6.
John Ridley, that's his name, okay. American screenwriter, television director. Let me see what he's... He wrote 3 Kings, which was good. And 12 Years a Slave. Did you guys see 12 Years a Slave?
I did not.
Nope.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, when Steve found there's no laugh track, he was out.
I think it should be banned.
Also wrote Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, wow.
12 Years a Slave should be banned?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, right? I mean, at this point, yeah, sure.
Slavery, There should
controversy.
Be no. But no one ever sees it coming for them is the big problem. It's like, well, I don't tweet racist things or I don't say racist things, so why do you need to say these racist things? Right. That's not the point. It's that eventually something you do say will be considered whatever it is, racist, homophobic, sexist, whatever. There's
an old World War I, I think, cartoon. I remember reading this in the book. William Goldman, another screenwriter, wrote a book about it. He talked about it. There's a German soldier and I think a black soldier, American soldier. And the guy's got a straight razor blade, and he gets the German guy's throat. And the German guy says, "You missed." And the American guy says, "Wait till you turn your head." And that's exactly right, because you just think right now, like, oh, yeah, we can do this. We can throw these bombs left and right. Ban this, ban this, ban this, ban this. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute. Why are you going after me? What did I do? Yeah. Well, you've called for all this stuff, so it's your day. It's your day of reckoning. And if you're one of these people, especially in the entertainment industry, you better take it. You better have a nice, clean past from what you wrote,
right.
And even that doesn't matter. You know?
No, because a lot of people bring up when it's name examples of people who shouldn't have gotten canceled that got canceled. And I mean, I can name examples, but sometimes that's not even the issue. It's people that didn't get jobs. It's jobs that, Gilbert Godfrey didn't get because of that stupid fucking Affleck thing.
Right.
It's people that won't hire you in the future because of the podcast that you're on. Shane Gillis got fired from SNL. It's probably better for his career. But now there's a lot of jobs he won't get in the future. Like clubs he doesn't even know about that won't book him because of that.
Right. Yeah. And that's exactly right. But yeah, I'm waiting for, today there'll be 10 more of them or whatever. Like I said, they'll go after All in the Family. They'll go after whatever.
They're having fun.
Do you think there's an organization behind this that's just looking for things to cancel, looking for things to clean up, or is it just people with too much spare time because they're home quarantined?
A lot of times it's fucking 4chan starting a joke that people
true.
take seriously.
It's true.
Go bald for BLM.
Yeah, half the time you see something trendy, click on that's what's going on. Jesus. Well, Smith's Country Cheese will never be banned here. I can tell you that right now. SmithsCountryCheese.com. What do you get for that? Well, you get the best cheese of all time, the official cheeses of Podcast Jesus. I want to see people at that drive-in movie theater just, with their wine, their cheese, having a good time, maybe throwing cheese at me on the stage. Can they do that?
I suppose.
Feeding me with cheese even in this time of
if
COVID?
You're okay with it.
I think we'll get really, really long skewers that are at least 6 feet long, and so they can socially distance while they feed you cheese.
That seems safer. Hand them weapons.
I'll show them how to measure 6 feet, if you know what I'm saying. See what I'm saying there?
Attaboy, yes.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Flaccid.
Really?
Erect, yeah.
That's
18
very
feet
impressive.
erect. Well, it's
even erect.
And you can still
so much.
You can still run that much?
Well, I tie it around. It gets a little, after 30 minutes or so, the blood gets a little tight. For the drive-in, and once again, we'll get the great Smith's Country Cheese in a second. For the drive-in, what time will the show start, Steve? July 25th. Not that far away.
Around 8:30.
What time will the gates open?
The gates will probably open around 7:45.
That's not enough time. I think people want a little pre-show and get to hang out a little bit.
All right, they'll open earlier then.
Yeah, the guy will open up, right?
Yeah.
Whenever? No? I'm not saying 2 in the afternoon, but, All right.
Yeah, the guy who owns it is a big Minute fan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, don't you think, Mike?
Yeah, I would say an hour at least.
I was going to say 7. Let them have a little dinner, hang out, bullshit, and then get the show started.
There's like concessions and shit there?
I don't know right now. I don't know that right now, Steve. No?
There will be they have a concession stand there, but we have the option to bring in our own partners. So we're working on a way to get people to have food be available. But we'll communicate with everyone who's got tickets.
You said you're going up the night before, Mike in the Minute.
I am, yes.
Why is that?
Well, we just figured we'd go for the weekend.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You didn't figure that.
You're correct.
It's figured for.
Well, I need a ride, right?
Yes.
You want to drive me up?
No, I don't. Oh boy, there you go.
But yeah, I could do Mike and the Minute Fans if people want to do it.
Oof, don't tease us. Don't tease us. Well, I mean, is that going to be okay, though? You're going to be away on a little vacation that night. I can't imagine it'll be allowed.
Well, the other thing is it's only so long it comes for shows that have a lack of diversity, like Mike and the Minute Fans.
That's true.
Oh, my God. That is a good point. Although we've had
Phil on once.
Who?
Phil from the Mincel Intel.
Oh, that's true.
Who else?
Ted?
Sure. Well, yeah. I fill that quota, though.
I'm just saying. I mean, at times you've had two.
Carano,
exactly.
Yeah. We've had women on.
You've had women on. That's true.
So just one group, really, that is underrepresented. Yeah.
Well, we could take care of that. I mean, that's. You feel like that's necessary?
I think so, sure.
Okay, well, do that. You know what you should do this weekend?
Yes.
Is make everybody happy. Politically correct, diverse episode of Mike.
Well, this is Justin's first week booking the show, so we'll see if he can pull that off.
Are we going to establish affirmative action quotas for Mike and the Minute Fans?
I think so.
Yes. Okay.
I think so. I mean, look, YouTube is open. Anybody can do any show they want.
Just find four people who've never listened.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this Kmarko stuff?
That's a good question.
What am I doing here?
Order online using my name, Kirk. You get 10% off all Father's Day orders. And you mentioned my name in the farmers markets. You get 10% off your entire purchase. You can go to Copley Square on Friday, Brookline on Thursday, Waltham on Saturday. Mention my name, 10% off. Great cheese. SmithsCountryCheese.com, the official cheeses of Podcast Jesus. What else? Anything else, boys?
It looks like Erica Nardini addressed the Kmarko situation on her podcast.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just seeing it now.
Okay, well, do you have it? Or?
I'm just seeing people are just tweeting out quotes of it and saying that it's a must listen. And it says she's got a meme that says takes a good hard look at the fallout from the Kmarko Kirk feud.
Well, then
really?
We must listen.
Token CEO, a day of rants.
Interesting.
Taking the agenda of cable news, request to buy a hockey team, and the follow from Barstool's most recent drama.
Whoa.
Wow. We could do that tomorrow, I suppose.
I think we'll have it.
All right.
We have a lot of
what a tease.
Try Sam Kennedy one more time, would you?
It's going to bug you all day.
Oh, man, people love the Sirius show, too. Not our own, they love the Sirius show.
What do you mean by people? Fans? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of new people, too, I get tweets from.
Oh, good.
That's nice.
Gonna shove a porcupine up your ass.
It's ringing this time.
I guess not. All right, well, there you go. Well, we tried. God damn it.
You got him, though. All in all, you got to say it's a win.
Yeah, I guess.
Had him on the hook.
At the end, I wanted to say you're a spineless asshole, but then I thought, well, maybe we'll get him one more time.
Yeah.
Like if he's going to occasionally answer
right. You come off as the bigger man here.
It's a tough call. It's a tough because if you go for the kill shot, but what if something bigger happens and you surprise him next time? Because I know him. If he answers, he's gonna feel like he has to talk because he's a pleaser.
You lull him into a false sense of security.
You do the best you can. I don't know, but yeah, I suppose.
We'll have to call him from a different number now next time.
That's true. Yeah, Mike, give me your phone, would you? Anything else, Steve? Mike, what else do we have, boys? As we wrap things up today. Are they Thursday? Only one more show this week, which I'm very pleased about.
I think that's it.
We have some distressing news from the fans a few weeks from now. Maybe.
What is that?
Or no, Steve? Have you reached out to the people who may?
Uh-oh.
Well, we have to have a conversation after this.
Oh, boy.
Is it going to please me or not please me?
Probably not.
Uh-oh.
Please you.
Why is that?
Because I don't think that it's going to be able to happen. I don't think that our partners are cooperative in the endeavor.
See this thing between my legs? I think a big fucking slurp on it.
18 feet long.
Yes.
I think some variation of that we could make happen, but probably not in the region that you're thinking.
Dino used to say they need a protein injection from Dr. Dino.
Who did he say that to?
Just to us. Like, if there's some girl on TV or something.
No.
He would say that. He would. Take a suck of my joystick. He'd say that TV voice too. Like we'd be watching, Jerry would always go in. This might interest you, Mike. I don't know. Maybe the oldest.
I would think so.
So the show would start at 6 a.m.
Yeah. And
Dino would get there before us. He'd get there at like 5:10. He'd have his notes. He had his big open scripted out.
Okay.
Like today it would be like whatever. Fallout from Kmarko. It'd be a day of K's. Kmarko, Kennedy, and that's true. You might not go that way. Kmarko's in trouble. Sam Kennedy's pandering, and Gone with the Wind. That sort of thing. So we'd get in there, and Jerry would immediately. Jerry always wanted a TV on, always. Yeah. He had his TV there, so he'd have it loud, and it'd be either Fox News or the news. Like I can't miss anything,
Yeah.
And like Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend.
Kimberly Guilfoyle.
She'd be on or something.
Oh, I remember him mentioning that name.
Yeah. Dino would be like, she looks a little ill. Looks like she could use an injection of protein from Dr. Dino. I would laugh. I mean, it made me laugh.
Hey, that makes me laugh. I don't think it would hold up in today's workplace.
No, but it was. But it's what it's what guys kind of do. Like
locker room talk.
In a Dino way. Locker room talk. Yes. But he would say things like that. Take a suck on my joystick.
No, that is just vulgar.
It's funny, though.
I wish that guy was on air more.
And he's off Twitter right now.
Completely.
Yeah, call him up. Do you have his number? I want to see what's going on with him.
Well, the fans have it.
If
we need it.
Do I have to tell you it, Steve, or do you want to just tweet it out?
No, I think I've got it.
Now, that's a former host I had who can call you a shithead, I think, fairly.
Yes.
Okay. Or what did Jerry call you?
Sorry, Mr.
Piece of shit.
No. All right. Well, there you go. Sorry.
A piece of shit.
A piece of shit. He could say that. I mean, it's still a little strong. For Dino to say
that. Oh, no. He can't. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was malicious.
But he has not harbored any resentment, you said.
But someone told me he's been banned again on Twitter, though.
That's disappointing.
Well,
he was up to almost 600 followers.
I mean, he's
pray for Dino.
He's gone all in. I gotta say, but yeah, but he would say things like that. And you would just laugh, and then you'd sit there, and he'd be sitting there taking his notes, and then set an alarm every day at 5:40, and then at 5:50. Like 20 minutes to go, guys. Like, I have a phone, and it's not that complicated.
Get ready.
He always thought himself as like the captain. He's like, all right, 10 minutes to go, guys. I'm going in. Like, let me know when you know.
He had to clean that Cheeto dust off his fingers.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, hands in the middle.
But I would always wait until the very last. I didn't like going in the studio right because it was just, I prefer to sit at my desk and read. And you're just sitting there. It was always cold in there. I don't know. This room is at a decent temperature, though. Steve tries to fuck with it.
68 usually?
Is
that where it should be?
I like to kick it up to 70 sometimes.
Wow.
68 here is a cold 68.
It does get brisk.
Do you like the AC going in your apartment, Steve, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, what temperature?
I usually set it on
42.
60.
60?
Yeah.
In the summer?
Yeah.
That's
very
freezing.
cold.
Yeah, because it just constantly battles against the heat.
Well, I understand that's how it works.
No, but I'm
if you
saying,
put it at 66, it would be the same battle.
I'm just saying, I don't have central air. I don't have central air.
You have to respect.
Some rooms are warmer than others, and like you turn the oven on, so it always makes sense to have it on full strength.
You won today, Heat. Tomorrow,
Heat never wins.
Tomorrow, it's my day.
I've got it set at 60, yet it's only 61 in this room. So
Heat
wins again.
It's almost no worse feeling when your air conditioning breaks, though. Like, it doesn't work.
I can
like
think of worse feelings.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you know,
it's up there.
Or if you go
physical
to
discomfort.
Or if you go to a hotel and it's not great air conditioning. Like at the hotel, it's fucking let it rip.
Yeah.
50. I hate when you go to a hotel and they limit the air conditioning.
It's
That's
usually
bullshit.
I have the opposite problem in hotels. Any hotel room I've stayed at, it's usually way too cold.
I like
so
that.
Like
though.
5 blankets.
I like that. That's a great. You feel like
hotel rooms need to be
feels like free AC. I always thought it too. When we go down to spring training, we had a good hotel, which Jerry loved. He loved this fucking hotel. What was the name of it? It was like a Homewood Suites or something.
Okay.
But it had great air conditioning. So I look forward to that every single year. That was my big thing.
The other thing is unlimited hot water.
That's true. I don't think of things like that, but I suppose that's true. I have good hot water in my home.
Well, good for
What do
you.
you have, an instant heater or not a tank?
I have no idea. Somebody did something. Some guy, some blue collar guy. He had dirty fingernails. I remember that. He said use, I think.
Turn the handle left and it's hot.
I gave him a check. I don't know. Was that? The one thing I would like to have, and this is something I think all Americans last few weeks have got together on. I would like to have. I don't have a huge driveway, but those heated driveways are pretty nice.
In the winter, yeah.
Yes, that'd be nice to have.
I've
Again,
never,
I
never experienced
don't shovel the snow or anything, but it still looks. It's nice. It's what people on my street have it. I'm envious of that.
I would think stairs would be better for that.
Heated stairs?
Yeah, because that's where you're in more the danger zone.
Or heated bathroom floor is nice.
Yeah, radiant
or toilet
heat is great.
Yes. No, I don't like that.
No.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind the toilet seat at the cool temperature.
If it's a warm toilet seat, you always wonder who was there last.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, it would feel weird.
That's true. So 60 degrees, huh, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the battle. So if it was a 62, it would be a different battle?
No, that's just the lowest setting on my AC units.
Is that fine with everyone in the home?
Yeah.
That's really cold.
But they're not. You guys are thinking, oh, you set it at 60.
So
the room's going to be at 60.
Well,
no, it's not central air.
That's a natural reaction to think if you set it at 60, it will eventually be at 60.
Yeah.
Well, that denies the reality of living in an apartment and having window units.
So
the windows. So you just have one AC unit that you have for the whole.
Oh, so you just have.
We just have 2 window units, but the apartment's big enough so that like the windows aren't great, so we can't in our living room have an AC unit there.
So do you feel the AC at all in your living room?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? So it's like 95 degrees
by setting the units on
I don't
60, we could get it around like 70, 72 in the living room.
What does it feel like in your room, though, when you set it to 60?
A little bit colder because we have a unit right in the
That's what I'm saying. Does it feel like 60? I understand that.
No, it doesn't feel like 60. It's
What does
probably
it feel
more
like?
like 68, 67.
Really? That's a hell of a battle.
Jesus.
Heat is winning.
That's
every
what I was
time.
telling you.
Holy
It's a
shit.
constant battle.
That's frustrating.
That's a
that would
slaughtering.
frustrate.
Yeah, and then on hot days, I'm like, oh, I want to bake some bread today. So I put the oven on 400 degrees or 350 degrees, and that adds a whole
Steve,
new element to the
you're always
battle.
doing that. You're always doing that.
I know.
Do you have anything in your apartment, your home to keep you safe?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
I have a fucking attack dog, and I have Simply Safe.
Yeah, better.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Yes. You have an attack dog. Is that dog dead yet or no?
No.
That fucking cheese he's eating.
Stupid dog.
Fuck off.
That dog has lost all juice, by the way. Nobody even tweets him. Nobody cares
Still
about
got a
that
Twitter
dog.
I
account.
see Ziggy Robinson on there.
Ziggy Robinson's been tweeting up a storm.
Oh, that's true. That's true. How's Ziggy doing?
We've had a little bit of a battle with sarcoptic mange, but he's hanging in there.
With what?
Mange.
What's going on?
He's got a little skin parasite. I got him some sulfur shampoo. We took care of it, though.
Oh, good.
He rolled around in some shit, That
happens.
As dogs do.
That does happen. He's sleeping through the night, though, now?
He is, yeah.
Not in your bed, though, right?
Nope.
That's good.
In his kennel. He's got a kennel. He's got the AC right behind his kennel, so he's nice and cool and comfortable.
Well, that's nice. And he's safe.
Safe as fuck, yeah. Actually, more importantly, keeps the criminals safe, too, because they don't even try to break in.
That's true. I know you're working at home almost all day, but sometimes you do come here. And at that point, if the Zigster's all alone, for example, Ziggy's get Simply Safe. We don't want Ziggy to get killed.
No.
Go ahead.
Ziggy's not going to get killed. We don't want him to have to murder someone and develop a taste for human flesh.
Also that.
Well,
go to Simply Safe.
Whatever the case may be.
We can all agree that Simply Safe is the place to go. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. Free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. You order online with a click of a button, open the box, place the sensors, plug it in, and your home is protected around the clock. I almost want to have Mike do it at this place, show you how simple it is. Mike could do it.
Right.
I mean, you could.
Absolutely.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
SimplySafe.com/Kirk. Free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. I have it. You should have it. You're not going to need that money-back guarantee. You're going to use it. It is great. It's easy. Like I said, easy. No outrageous monthly fees. 2-year contract. Go to SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/KIRK. Now, what's going to be the big headline tomorrow morning, you think, when we start again?
Kirk Minihane, racist podcast host, doesn't believe Torii Hunter.
Yeah.
Sam Kennedy also can't find records supporting Torii Hunters.
Yeah.
A lot of it depends on how we frame it.
I think it'll be the Minifans will rally around the Sam Kennedy stuff, but other people will just not acknowledge it, really. Would be my
that's
guess.
true. I just mean in general. I'll be curious to see if Nardini takes shots at us. Me.
Yes.
I would say that anything less than a full condemnation of Kirk Minihane is... What do you mean?
With her, if she doesn't do that. War.
If she doesn't... No.
I said will emerge.
I was saying that if she doesn't condemn you...
Oh, condemn me.
Yeah. Terrible look for Kmarko. If she acknowledges in the slightest that you have a legitimate complaint...
It's a tough political battle, too.
Terrible look for
everyone
Kmarko.
hates me there. And some people do like him, although
people
he's a
like him. It's
awful human being.
They openly hate you. They less openly hate Simple Keith.
That's true.
The Chicago guys, by the way.
Oh.
Well, did you listen to it?
I saw the Deke Zucker. I get Deke Zucker.
I think you got Deke Zucker.
Yeah.
Do you have the sound or no?
I know. I didn't grab it because we both agreed that it was like, fuck them.
I listened.
Yeah.
I think Eddie defended you. I think even, I think it was Carl. I'm not sure all the voices.
Yeah.
But I think he defended you. So Chief said what you saw on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then,
which by the way is okay,
which is a fine point.
Well,
and then, well, hold on.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Carl says, yeah, but you've been battling with fucking someone from the Blackhawks. I'm assuming. I don't really know. He goes, for 3 years you've been trying to get this guy fired. He goes, you got to be able to respect this. And Chief goes, hey, you know what? You're probably right. And Eddie kind of explained what the show is.
Right.
And they said, you know what? Yeah, that's Kirk has his issue with Kmarko. People want us to get into it. Wow, it's not our battle to fight. But if Kirk think like Kmarko's kind of fucked us over a little bit. If he's doing the same to Kirk, he should call him out on it. No. So I think overall they agreed with us, even though, again, they're uncomfortably nice guys to the point where they don't want to upset anyone.
Well, I said to Steve yesterday, they're very nice guys. They're different than I am. It's important for them, and it's important for a lot of people to be liked. And I understand that. Like, they're nice. I'm not going to condemn them for being nice human beings. They want that to be over with. The thing I said to Steve at the end of the show, you were here yesterday too, the thing I underrated when I got here is Kmarko's just stupid.
Yeah.
He's just dumb. He's just not a bright guy. He's a good... No. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Hello? What's up, Liz? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll throw him on. That's fine.
Guys, ruining the show more.
What's up, Keith? I know, but you got to eat. No, you got to eat. You know what happens when you get... Fine. It's embarrassing, but I know... All right, fine. Here it comes, it's really, really yummy, down your throat and into your tummy. Here comes the plane, zoom, zoom, zoom. Here comes the food, doom, doom, doom. No doom, it's good. We love food, yummy, yummy, yummy in Simple Keith's tummy. Dicky, dicky, who's my big boy? Who's my big Simple Keithy Weefy? There you go. Yeah, you got it now. Not the gold. Let me hear the goldfish chewing. That the boy. Okay. Good man. I love you. Nap time, okay? All right. Love you too. What? Yeah, I know the General Lee is... You can still watch the Dukes of Hazzard. It's fine. We'll have the conversation later. All right. Love you too, buddy. Oh, man. Difficult today.
I imagine. It seems like we made a lot of progress just in this show, though. He's chewing the goldfish.
It's just really a lot of work.
It's really big of you, though.
You said, I love you. We've come a long way.
I mean, I've adopted children before.
Yeah. Yes.
That's so true. It's not that I'm opposed to it. It's just at this age, they get difficult. It's hard. It's just, it's difficult.
They start calling you a racist.
That's the thing. So, I mean, I don't know. So hopefully that works out. We'll continue with that as well. We'll continue those stories. So, anything else, boys?
I think that's it.
All right. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. The sun will rise. And I will ask Sam Kennedy. I'm going to go to his house now and ask him a Stephen
Sam,
Murphy
please.
question. Yes.
I just got one more for you.
We're going to have Kirk. I have a question for Sam Kennedy.
Yes. And when I think sometimes that I hate Alba,
yes.
When I think that sometimes, I do think of Alba having to drive Mike to the Winchester Library to do the Dan Kennedy interview.
Yeah.
And I do feel a little bad for her.
Yeah, well.
I mean, how can you not feel bad for her?
Right.
In a lot of ways.
I understand.
And Mike and I are wearing the same shirt today, by the way.
I was waiting for somebody to comment on that.
I just realized it.
Did you guys work that out in advance?
It's nothing worse than
cute
those
of us.
jokes. But yes, great company. Our great friend Cameron over there. And I imagine they're fully operational, back to work.
They are, yeah.
Let's hope so.
That's great. There you go.
Or at least they're doing curbside pickup.
Okay, good enough. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.